All right, guys. What's up, team? What's up, D-Les? DS, what's up, Kurt? What's up, Kevin? Let me know. Can y'all hear the music? You should be able to hear the music. It is FOMC day, man. The market is at 401.20s after CPI yesterday. Ooh. All right, guys. What's up, NHB? Kevin, DS, Orkin, Kieran. What's up, guys? Yeah, so a lot of stuff going on today. Not really in the morning, more so the evening, but still got some stuff going on. We got the Fed rate hike today. The Fed rate hike today is going on. If you don't know what the Fed rate hike is, the Fed rate hike every 6 weeks. The Fed raises or lowers interest rates depending on how bad inflation is. If inflation is really bad, they'll raise rates aggressively. If inflation is starting to ease, they'll ease the rate hikes. With that, CPI came in lower than expected. So CPI came in lower than expected yesterday. Came in at 7.1%. 7.1%. Lower than the expectations of 7.3%. Now today is the rate hike day. So at 2 p.m. the Fed's going to announce how much they're going to raise rates, and that is definitely going to influence the market. So we'll be streaming live, of course, during this. Basically, yeah, anything less than 75 will be good. The Fed rate hike is at 2 p.m. today. All right, guys. So, yeah, today is the rate hike. I'm going to do a poll here like we always do. How much do you think they're going to raise or lower rates to your team? Like we always do. How much do you think they're going to... No, you are not. No, I am not, Beach Bum. I am not the same John. Or maybe you're talking about the other John in chat, the purple John. But if you're talking about me, I have not been talking to you in the comment section, Beach. That is not me. That is probably a fake me if you're referencing me. Or you might be talking about the purple John here. We're going to do a poll. How much will they How much will the Fed raise rates today? We're going to do 100 basis points, 75 basis points, 50 basis points. I don't think we're going to do 100, so I'm going to take the 100 option off here. And then we're going to pivot this to 75. We're going to pivot this to 50. And then we're going to make this 25. And then we're also going to leave an option for 0 rate hike, because that is an option. And I see some people asking about it. So hey, thank you, Humberto. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Oh, it's me. Okay, got you, John. I'm not a robot. Okay, good. No, my name is John. My name is John too. So my name is John as well. And I'm just making sure it wasn't a scam. Take it away, feeling too good to me. Whoa. Yeah, all good. Beach Bum's got great content, man. Hey, John's a great name, man. Great name. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I just thought it was talking to me because Beach Bum said, "Good morning, good Wednesday morning, John, beginner trading." And so I assumed he was talking about me, but he might be talking about Purple John. Yeah, and that's all good. Which basis points is good for crypto? Anything under 75 is good. Anything over 75 is not good. Anything under 75 is good. Anything 75 or more is worse. All right, team. Yeah, so SPY didn't really go up or down any since the last time I looked at it. We basically fell all the way back down to 410s. Still green on the CPI news. So we're still green on the CPI news, and a lot of it's going to depend on what happens for the rate hike. You know, like a lot of it depends on what's going to happen today. You know, today's going to be the biggest thing, you know, that influenced the market heavily for sure. Um, 50 basis points, can we expect market to rally until close? I don't know. We can't really expect anything. It'll be 50 today, but that doesn't. Yeah, I think it'll probably be 52. I think it'll probably be 50 as well. I'm not gonna tell you guys my source. You know, y'all have to figure it out. 50 would be nice for crypto and markets. Whatever is good for the market is good for crypto. It mostly follows, but crypto with all the. Yeah, 100%, Liz. That's basically right. My Twitter is @beginner_trades. @beginner_trades is my Twitter. But yeah, what Liz said basically is right. She said that 50 would be nice. But yeah, that's true. Basically, like anything good for stocks is good for crypto for the most part. So like they're gonna follow each other for the most part, right? So stocks go down, crypto goes down. Stocks go up, crypto goes up. That's basically what's gonna happen. Basically, anything under 75 is good. 75 or more is bad. That's basically it. Anything under 75 is good. The more we come in less than 75, so we come in 50, that's good. We come in 25, that's better. We come in 0, which is possible. That's great. That's amazing. You know, but it's unlikely. You know, so like most likely is 50 or 75. You know? Could do 25 as well, but 50 and 75 are the most likely for sure. You know, that's just the truth. Tesla down some as well here. And Build-A-Bear went up. I'll probably have to cut Build-A-Bear. I'll give it like a day. And then I'll cut it. All right, Tesla back up to 159. Tesla got hit really hard yesterday, to be honest. So like Tesla got beat up yesterday. All right, guys. So SPY again. You can see the SPY at 4150s here. We'll see if we pop back. We bounced up a little bit, but like still got a little bit of time. All right, guys. So we're at 40150s here. Nice, man. Yeah, that big dump yesterday was huge. Yeah, we did drop huge yesterday for sure. So like we dropped big yesterday. You know. Where's my coffee, bro? I need to hit my coffee. Bear trap? Yeah, is this a bear trap or a bull trap, guys? What do you guys think? USD is down a little, and that's a good sign for markets. Yeah, if we look at the dollar index right on the right side here, that's the dollar index right here. So the dollar index has been breaking down all morning for the most part since pre-market started. Yeah, well, the Rams, they got Baker, right? I call that the bouncy ball still heading down. Maybe, bro. We'll see. Bull trap, maybe. I don't know. We got the dollar index trying to do stuff. We're not in anything, guys. We got flat. I showed you guys this. Like, if you guys want to see how I trade, right? Like, look at my Disney shares, right? Like, look at my Disney shares. This is a 10-day chart on Disney. Let's see if it'll show the trades I get involved with. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, like, look, you can see exactly how I play things, right? So I added 125 shares. This is exactly how I swing trade. You want to see, like, a deep dive into how I swing trade? This is exactly how I do it. All right, so you can see I added 125 shares at 92.70s. At 92.70s. Once we pop up to 93.30s or so, I'm taking a lot of it off. I took 95 shares out of the 125 off. At that point, I'm just holding 35 shares left. We pop up to 93.80s. I take another 20 shares off, and then we hold the rest super patiently all the way up to 97s, and we take the final 10 shares off, right? And we cut it right at the top yesterday. Right at the top, we cut it. So we got out right in time. That's kind of how I swing trade. Is like we take profits fast into the bounce. Like we take profits quick into this pop. We buy 92.78s. We get out at 93.30. So we take profits very quickly into the pop, and then we just wait. But yeah, we made money. We cut it at very top of Disney. We cut it yesterday, so we will take that. We'll see if it keeps up. You know, again, the rate hike is going to influence everything. Yeah, that's exactly right. Anything good is under 75. Don't get me wrong. Anything under 75 will probably be interpreted as good. It depends, though. Like there's some, it's less for sure. Definitely less for sure. But my guess is if we do 50, I don't know what the market reaction is going to be. I just want to see less than 75 because I think 75 is still a real possibility. You know, like I think 75 is still a real possibility. And so I think anything under 75 is good, me personally, but maybe not. But yeah, but just be careful, guys. Hopefully Tesla gets a bounce. It might. It depends, man. Tesla got hit hard yesterday, so Tesla dropped more than a lot of stuff yesterday, all the way down to 150s. So Tesla got hit pretty hard. Everything's still kind of red in pre-market too. Dixie started to pop back up a little bit. I think as long as we hold over 400 leading into the rate hike, that's good. I don't think it matters too much because I think we're just doing swings based off of. Fed news drops at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be streaming live as soon as it happens. So subscribe if you guys have it because we're going to be streaming it live as soon as it drops. Again, if you guys saw CPI yesterday, we cover this data as soon as it comes out. As soon as it comes out, we're going to drop what the rate hike is as soon as it comes out. So, subscribe because we'll cover it fast. We really will. But yeah, it's Eastern Standard Time. It's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. Tesla just broke lows at 158.40s here. SPY down to 401s. 401s on the SPY. Droning tone? Dude, I'm not trying to make my voice sound lower than it is. That's silly, man. This is how I normally talk, bro. You can look back at the whole stream and see me talk this way. That's a ridiculous claim. I'm gonna just ban you. Like, GG, sir. How much leverage do you usually run on those swing trades? I don't really trade more than more buying power than I have. And so I usually don't have any leverage on these trades. Like most of the time I have I'll spend maybe $5,000 to $20,000 in equity on the trades. I'm not risking that much. So I'm not risking $20,000. I'm not risking 5K. The most I'll ever risk is probably like $1,000 for my swing trades. I don't really ever risk more than that. But I also don't really go deep into the leverage I use either. Not unless, I think with Amazon, I took a little bit larger size. Most of the time when I use my leverage, it's on my actual day trades. So it's not my actual swing trades. Yeah, anybody that's saying that for their first time here, come on now, man. Bro, listen, I'm not trying to make my voice sound deep. It is 5:30 in the morning right now. 5:30 in the morning. And so I've always kind of joked like a joke that I have here on this channel. And it's it's honestly true, is that when I first wake up, I sound like Batman. About 30 minutes into the day, I revert to Pee Wee Herman, So when I first wake up, my voice might be deep. It's not because I'm trying to pretend my voice is deep. It's because it's 5:30 in the morning here in Texas and I'm tired and I just woke up. As time goes on though, my voice gets higher and I can make fun of myself. It's all good. I don't think it's a 0% raise, bro. I don't think any chance of a 0% raise. I think we could, but I just think it's very unlikely. I just don't think that's happening. You know. Yeah, bro, you should have done it, dude. Yeah, people could get mad. Like I said, they're just mad because they're in the comment section crying, and they're in the comment section. They're just mad. I'm not ragging anybody in the comment section, but like, if you're just kind of attacking people like randomly, like you're just struggling with your own life. It's like I tell my daughter, man. It's the same thing I tell my daughter, which is like anybody that goes out of their way just to be mean is secretly just unhappy with their life. They're just unhappy with themselves. Unfortunately, is what it usually is. And so you got to feel sorry for them and just kind of pity them and try to understand. I mean, I'm banning them for life, but like, you know, you also got to pity them, I think, too. Yeah, that's where I am right now, Liz. Right around there. I'm not gonna be exact, but yeah, I live right around there now. Yeah, there was no leak, bro. The people were telling me it was leaked yesterday. They were telling me it was leaked and it was 6.8. They were telling me it was 7.5 or 7.6 and that the leak was in and all this stuff. It wasn't. Um, there was no leak, you know. There's no leak. Every single rate hike we get, somebody's telling me it's leaked. It never is. It never is. It's always something different than what they're telling us it is. I have a leak in my house. Hey, what's up, Kitty? The guns are out today. Beginner trades. Mind yourself, people. Be good. Hey, we try over here. But yeah, I mean, if people think they're gonna get me down by saying something about my voice, it's okay. I got the top 3 greatest voices in the world right now. Okay, the top 3 greatest voices in the world. All right, definitely top 3. All right, guys. So the Dixie is bouncing up. We kind of have a positive correlation right now. You can see the dollar index at 103.80s. You can see Tesla just popped up to 160. SPY bouncing up to 401.50s as well. So that's interesting also. We'll see if it actually holds. 2 p.m. Yeah, there was no leak, man. There was no leak. Like again, okay, I'll put it this way. You would think the people claiming there's a leak would accidentally be right at this point in time, right? I've had so many people be like, yo, there's a leak. They're telling me crazy numbers and they haven't been right one time. Like not one time have they been like, yo, there's a leak. This is what it is. And then it's actually been what they said it was. At this point in time, it's actually statistically more possible that they would accidentally get it correct. And they still haven't. So my point is the odds are stacked against them in that case. They would have accidentally got the number right at this point. And so their track record's just not good. I'm gonna immediately be skeptical of anybody saying that there's a leak and that they know the numbers and nobody else does. Yeah, it's just probably not true. And guys, I'm definitely not sitting here playing poker. Every time there's a release, someone will come in here and claim there's a leak. Hey, that's a pretty good prediction, Kieran. Kevin, I'm not going to say it, bro, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to say it because I don't necessarily believe in the law of attraction. That's not what it is, bro. But I've had some weirdness. Bro. Okay? So last baseball season, I'll tell you the weirdness that I've seen, right? The last baseball season, Every time I would turn on a baseball game, somebody would hit a home run. I would turn on a baseball game, boom, Trout hit a home run for the Angels. I turn on a baseball game, boom, Altuve would hit a home run for the Astros. Jordan would hit a home run. Literally, the batter that was up when I turned on the baseball game would hit a home run. It started weirding me out, right? I also bought my daughter a phone, and when I was trying to set it up, my daughter's phone, we couldn't get it to work. It kept saying, "Hey, we hit a snag. We hit a snag." You know, it was giving us some error message, and I swear it gave us this error message like 10 times. And every time we would do it, my daughter would go, "Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work." And then boom, it wouldn't work. Right? It wouldn't work. And so eventually, one day, or at a certain point, I was like, "No, we're gonna be positive." I was like, "It's gonna work this next time." I was like, "We're gonna be positive," and I was like, "No, it's gonna work." And my daughter is like, "Okay, yeah, it's gonna work." Literally, the very next try, it worked. Right? And so I'm not saying I believe in the law of attraction. That's not what it is. But just in case it's real, I'm not going to say stuff like that, because I'm just going to put positivity out there. I don't want negative stuff. Hey, thank you, Ski. Bro, I want to see you play poker. Hey, no, you don't. Maybe I'll start a poker channel one day. I've thought about it. I love poker. Poker's my first love, if you will, before trading. Like, I was a poker player before I traded. To be fair, there's always a leak for people who need to know us. Never get the leak. Yeah, we're never going to get the leak. Even if there is a leak, we're not getting it. All right, guys, Build-A-Bear Empire at $26 a share. Will it come down now? Tesla at 159.60s. Let's see if it holds the volume weighted average price. We're right over the VWAP right now. Let's see if it actually holds. No, it's not that. Like, it's not that I think you're going to criticize me, because listen, I'm probably top 3 greatest poker players in the world right now. Okay. So like, you can never criticize me. That's not what I'm saying. The reason I don't show you is just because I'm too good. Okay. I'm just too good, man. Y'all would know all my tricks. I'm just too good, man. So just for you guys, so y'all don't feel bad about your own poker skill, I'm just going to keep it to myself and not show you guys. Tesla up to 159.60s here. Now we got the dollar index is at 103.80s, guys. 103.80s. Hey, you as well, Ski. Thank you, brother. Oh. Sounds like you can do great Al Pacino impressions. Bro, are y'all still talking about my voice? Bro, I told you guys. Like, give me about an hour, It's starting to come out now. I'll go from, whatever I sound like now to Pee Wee Herman. It'll come out. And it's really just because it's the morning. My guess is maybe coffee impacts it. I don't know. All right, so Tesla back up to almost 160s, just under 160s. We got the SPY at 401.50s. Just under 150s. the dollar index has been trying to move up. In 7 hours. Phil Hellmuth? Yeah, Phil Hellmuth is good, man. I like Phil. He's funny. I kind of respect it, you know. I mean, from one top greatest poker player to another, you know, I can kind of respect Phil. My favorite poker player is probably like Phil Ivey, though. You know, Phil Ivey's solid. You know, Phil Ivey's probably my favorite. Bro, all these Phils, I'm just now realizing there's Phil Ivey, Phil Galfond, right? Why are great poker players named Phil? Strange. Yeah, it's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, they're just jealous of my voice, bro. I've got like, you know, top 3 greatest voices ever. You know what I mean? And when it sounds this good, when you sound this good, I mean, listen. You know. I like Daniel. Daniel Negreanu is good. He's just not my favorite. Phil Ivey's probably my favorite. All right, Tesla at 159.90. Still pumping up a little bit here. Fill me up. We don't really have any data that's released in the morning, no. My name is John. Bro, Eddie, you would get destroyed in poker, sir. You would get destroyed in poker, bro. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I would beat you, but like you'd lose is all I'm saying. You know, right now Tesla. Here's the thing about yesterday, though, guys, in the stock market. Tesla basically dragged the whole market down. It really did. Tesla completely tanked the market. And, you know, dragged everything else right now. SPY's starting to creep back up, though. It's at 401.80s. Guys, at 401.80s. Like, it's getting there. SPY started to come back. The dollar index has kind of been moving with us, though. Like, it's kind of been going in the right direction here. So the dollar index has been creeping up with it. Hey, John, how can I become one of the greatest traders like you? Listen, you just got to P excellence, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, listen, when you wake up in the morning, you just got to, like, P excellence. And, you know, maybe one day you can be like me. Maybe, you know. Something, probably not, though. You know, it's a natural gift, okay? The dollar index is still trying to go up. SPY still trying to test it. You can see the previous closing level, like the previous closing level at 401.80s right now. So you can see the previous closing price. We're almost to 402s. Almost to 402s. So again, you can see the previous closing price. This is the level at which we go from red to green and green to red on the day. So if we can break over this level, the SPY will actually technically be green on the day if we can hold over that level, which, you know, we might not. Yeah, all good, Bjorn. Yeah, 100%, Lou. I absolutely agree with Tesla, man. The Tesla P&E ratio is a lot. You know, Disney's got a pretty decent P&E ratio. But yeah, the Tesla P&E ratio is high. You know, same thing with Amazon. Amazon's P&E ratio is not really great either. Disney's got a pretty low P&E ratio. That's nice. I think Disney's is like what, like 23s, 24s or something like that. So if we're looking at specifically P&E ratios, here's the thing to understand about them though, right? So with P&E ratios, the thing to understand is this. The more famous the company, the more well-known the company is, the more forgiving the public is regarding P&E ratios, right? The less known, the less famous of a company, the more obscure the company is, the more strict people are going to be with its P&E ratio. All right, it's one of the reasons Amazon, for instance, can have a really high P&E ratio and still be somewhat strong, as opposed to like a more obscure stock that has a terrible P&E ratio that people are just not going to give it any credit. So the more famous the company, the more forgiving the public is regarding P&E. It still doesn't mean it's a good thing to have a high P&E ratio, but again, they're a little bit more forgiving about it. All right, guys. So we got Tesla at 159.70s, 159.70s. The Dixie is at almost 104. At almost 104. It's at 103.80s. SPY started to test that previous closing price level. So you can see this light blue line right here. We're right at that level now. So we're kind of testing the red to green, green to red level is what we're testing right now. Now we'll see if we hold over this blue level. That'll signify a green day in the market. And so we'll see if we actually hold that. But yeah, it's a big if. Hey, what's up, Jason? Sorry, with all these bots and fake people, I gotta make sure that you're the weird one, bro. Let me see. Looks like you're probably the real one. What's up, Jason? How you doing, man? Amazon P&E ratio in the 80s. Yeah, Amazon's got a super high P&E ratio. It's because no one's actually looking at company fundamentals and just a company's public sentiment. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, the more famous the company is, the more forgiving they are regarding P&E, for sure. Like Amazon can have a super high P&E ratio and still kind of look strong and move up, and people will just kind of ignore it. But the same's not going to fly with a less known, more obscure company. It's just not going to work. But yeah, good to see you, Jason. Thanks for the support, man. Appreciate you being here. 50 points should make the market go green. It should. 50. Okay. 75 was expected up until the last month or so. Once we started to get a little bit more favorable inflationary data that came out, like CPI yesterday came out at 7.1, lower than expected, under 7.3, which is what a lot of people still consider low. Now, again, relative to convention, we're still in the sevens. And so we're still very high conventionally speaking for inflation right now. But we're seeing some positive trending signs. Like we're seeing some better signs. It doesn't mean we're out of this. Still conventionally really high for inflation right now. But hopefully that influences the Fed to be a little bit less aggressive. It depends. It's a balancing act. You know, the Fed raises rates super aggressively. In turn, you know, people are going to be more optimistic short term, but they might be a little bit more worried about inflation pressures long term, you know, if enough's not done regarding rate hikes. And so a lot of people think we need to just kind of rip the Band-Aid off and do much more aggressive rate hikes than we have been. The problem with that is like I said, there's a balancing act. The more aggressive we raise rates, the more short-term pain the stock market sees. And so it's a balancing act from the Fed. Again, I wouldn't want Jerome Powell's job. That's a tough job, man. I wouldn't want that job. You know, I certainly wouldn't want that job. SPY at 402. So SPY is actually right now, as we speak, technically green on the day. We're at 402.01s. 402.01s. What do you think Jerome Powell is going to talk? Hawkish or dovish? To put it in perspective for everybody at home, hawkish means expanding, or no, hawkish means contractionary monetary policy. Dovish means expanding monetary policy tone. Now, I hope it's dovish. I hope it is, but again, I have no idea. I really have no idea. I think I think he's probably going to say the same thing he's been saying for the last couple meetings, which is that inflation is still bad. We're seeing some positive improvements regarding inflation, but that it's still somewhat bad and that we still need to raise rates and be aggressive. But we might start easing into the rate hikes now that we're seeing some positive momentum. There's something like that, is my guess, is what he's going to say. Now, how the market's going to interpret that, no idea. I don't know if the market's going to go up, down, or sideways. Nobody does, and it's very difficult to predict exactly what we're going to get regarding these rate hikes. It's incredibly difficult. A couple weeks ago, he randomly talked dovish middle of the day, and the market popped. Yeah. You can't time the market come into play with the Fed. You can't time inflation curve, kind of. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, Again, it's one of those things where you just got to be really safe and really smart. Me personally, I usually get pretty flat ahead of these meetings. Like, if you could see me with Disney, right? Like, we traded Disney. We covered Disney. We covered Disney right at the top yesterday. Like, look at this. We covered literally right at the top because, again, once we get these reports, I try to get pretty flat. Like, I don't try to hold anything major into these big reports. I'm usually trying to cut it and getting out pretty quickly ahead of these reports, just because I understand, what happens. I think I got out after the report here, but I understand that regardless how confident I am in a specific decision, nobody really knows, man. Nobody really knows. We don't know if they're going to be good, bad. Regardless of whether it comes in or good or bad, we don't know whether the market's going to interpret it as good or bad. So we don't know which way the market's heading, and so because of that, I usually get pretty flat in my swings leading up to it. P&E also depends on the sector. If the sector has a high average P&E, then it's relative. In my honest opinion, it's one of the forward-looking measurements. 100%. P&E ratio, incredibly important. Yeah, P&E ratio is super important. And again, it's one of those things where it's not the only metric you should look at for strength or weakness in your investments or long-term holds, but it's an important one. $25 basis point 75. Yeah, I'm looking at the poll here. So we did a poll going right now. It's now 7 a.m. So we did a poll. 66% of people think we're going to do 50 basis points. And I tend to agree with them. I think we'll probably do 50. I think if we do 75, it's going to cause a brash knee-jerk reaction on the downside that's going to tank the market. I think if we do 25, it'll do the same thing, but on the upside instead. And I think anything outside of that is just super unlikely. That I have no idea what we're going to get. But yeah, anything outside of that's just really, really unlikely. We bearish or bullish? I don't really have I don't know. I don't know what the market's going to do. Again, I hope we go up. I'm one of those people that genuinely hope the market goes up, but I have no idea if we will or not. We're going to have to just sit back and wait and see. But I hope the market goes up, All right, Disney at 94.70s. I hope we tank. How often do you trade? I trade every day. I mean, right now it's pretty early. I can't even trade. I can only just now open up to trade, and I don't think we're at any level. There's too much. Like, I could buy the SPY right now. I've got about 150,000 in buying power on Thinkorswim right now. So I could buy the SPY, but like, I could buy the SPY, there's too much of a chance that we reverse at the previous closing price for me to take any big position yet. So we're just kind of waiting for a setup to present itself. I think a lot of stuff's really extended on the downside potentially now. So I think short-term momentum's on the upside. But whether we're going to hold that momentum, especially leading into the rate hike decision, I'm not sure. Imagine if he went 25, bears would cry. Yeah, I saw a lot of people, like, I think it was actually bots. But I saw a lot of people post 0 rate hike yesterday, which I don't know if there's any chance that we're going to do 0, but I hope we do. I hope we come in at 0. If we do 0, the market will fly up. I'd love to catch a nice rip. Anyone know when the FOMC starts? So this is how it goes, right? So at 2 p.m., they're going to announce the decision. SPY actually technically green on the date. Yeah, I hope they do 0. But yeah, so at 2 p.m., they're going to announce the decision. And then at 2:30, they're going to do a press conference with Jerome Powell. All right, SPY going green though. SPY's been moving up basically since what is it? Yes, 6:20 market time. SPY's been moving up here. Let's see if we actually hold, but yeah, we're going up. Kind of a positive correlation between the Dixie right now and the SPY. So interesting. Is 50 basis points bullish? 50 right now is going to be a little bit more considered neutral, but I'm going to interpret it as bullish probably. I'll probably interpret it as bullish, but I think it's a little bit more neutral right now is what I think it is. So I think a month ago it'd definitely be considered bullish, but right now I think it's going to be interpreted as a little bit more neutral. Yeah, we're going to set a timer, but it's going to be a different stream. So like right now it's the morning. We're going to be trading live. But yeah, we're going to stream. It's at 2 p.m. today, guys. So we still got a long time. You know, it's not anytime soon. It's not going to be this morning. Look at the SPY up to 402s. $50 is new. Yeah, I think 50 will probably still be interpreted as positive, but I'm not sure. You know, so I think 50 will probably still be positive, but again, not 100%. At 2 p.m., there will be a text document announced or like a live announcement. So at 2 p.m., they're going to drop what the rate hike is on the website. And then at 2:30, they're going to announce, they're going to do a press conference about, you know, the rate hike that they did. All right, guys. So VLON, Tony Stark. Hey, 50 is probably already priced in. Yeah, I think 50 is probably priced in already. Again, I think we'll at least do 50. I don't think we're going to do 75. I think 75 would be bad. What's the best way to prepare for FOMC announcement in your decision? I'm getting flat, man. I'm pretty flat ahead of this stuff, man. I don't push any, I don't take any large size or anything like that ahead of these big Fed meetings, because nobody really knows. Like, you're gonna get people trying to pull you in all these different directions. You're gonna get some people saying, you're going to get some people being like, yo, you know, it's going to come in at 0, buy. You're going to have other people that are like, nah, it's going to come in at 75 or 100, sell, you know. And so you don't really know what we're going to get. They're going to say, oh, every time during the FOMC meeting, it does this, or every time it does that. It doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't do anything that people can predict. We don't know what the Fed's going to say. So we got the rate hike decision at 2 p.m. But more so than that, we have the actual press conference, which people are going to be desperately analyzing Jerome Powell's tone to figure out what he wants to do. Yeah, so again, SPY is at 402.40s here. We got Disney at 94.80s. Right, 100% straight jacket. That's exactly right, bro. Two things dropping today, the rate hike and then Powell's decision regarding it, 100%. All right, SPY pumping up big, though. Look at the market fly here. That's great. Let's see if it continues here. Bitcoin making... Is the Fed going to raise hikes? What? Yeah, the Fed's going to raise rates. But how much is the question? SPY at 402.50s, 402.50s. Yeah, I'm just kind of messing. You can buy Apple, for example, for 2 p.m. and just set a stop loss. If it tanks, well, you're out. If it takes off, you're good. Yeah, the problem with that, Lou, here's the problem with that, okay? The real problem with that is that sometimes in highly volatile moves, stop losses don't get hit. I mean, you can do a market stop, and that's a little bit safer. But sometimes in really volatile moves, you get gap ups and gap downs, right? So your stop losses just don't get hit. Um, Aside from that, like, you could set a stop loss, but if it's a market stop, which is what you're going to need in that situation, you might get a very bad fill. You might get a very bad fill. Yeah, 100% particles. Yeah, that's the big risk, man. Like again, you can do a few different things, right? The reality of it is, regardless of whether you're right or wrong about any individual like pick, right? Like regardless of whether you're right or wrong about any individual pick here, it's gonna be like, I'm a poker player, right? I love poker. Poker's my game. It's what I played well before I started trading, right? It's really what, like, the reason I started trading is because I played poker and I made money at it. And then I had a couple people tell me, "Hey man, you should get involved with the stock market." Like a couple poker buddies say, "Yo, you should get involved with the stock market." Eventually, I went and saw the movie The Big Short. The Big Short, with talking about the short from 2008 and all that stuff. And so I went and saw that movie, and I realized, like, this could be another thing that I can learn. And that's really what originally got me involved with the stock market. I was always like a strategy player. Like, I always loved poker and chess and checkers and strategy games. And so the stock market was just the natural step from that. But yeah, in poker terms, taking big polarized positions ahead of these big Fed meetings is a negative. It's not a plus EV play. It's not a plus expected value play. Like, you're not going to make money long term doing so. You might get lucky and be right, but if you consistently do it, you're going to lose money. It's going to be a coin flip at best, and it's just not going to work out for your account. The only justifiable positions you can take ahead of these big meetings are, you can take far outside the money put options that are very cheap. So a small risk, but a big reward if you're correct. That's one position you can take. But even still, again, I'm more of a reactionary trader. I'd rather wait for this to drop and then react to it than try to predict it, because trying to predict it is a moot point. It's just not going to be a winning strategy most of the time. I'm not saying you can't do it, but in the end, like, it's just not going to be profitable. Uh, Again, there's too much volatility and randomness. So like, your job in trading is to find high probability setups. You can't really find any high probability setup like gambling on the FOMC decision when you don't know what it is, unless you got insider info. Same thing with CPI. Like, there's not really any high probability setups gambling on what you think the CPI result is going to be and then taking a position based off of it. It's just not going to work. Um, You think the dollar index is forming an inverse cup and handle on the hourly? Maybe, Sky, but regardless of technical patterns on the Dixie, I would just be really careful. Uh, Technical patterns on the Dixie, I mean, you can look at them, but I wouldn't. I don't analyze technicals on the dollar index. Me personally, I'm not saying you can't. Maybe you can make money with it. I personally, I don't. So, um, yeah, but the problem, Jason says, selling volatility is pretty good against Fed meetings. Yeah, 100%. You can sell options. Um, the problem though is, like, if you sell a put option, for instance, and you're wrong. People make money most of the time selling options, but when they lose, they can lose everything. Like, you have an infinite amount of losses you could potentially take if somebody hits on a put option that you're selling. So the problem is like, if you're wrong with like selling options, you can be very wrong, and it can destroy any gains that you've made thus far and more. You know. Yeah, maybe that might work, Sky. It's just not something I generally do, but it might work. I'm not saying it won't. Like I said, other traders are going to be able to do things and make money doing things that I don't, and that's 100% true. And again, I just don't personally myself. But good luck. Hey, I'm not saying you can't. Good luck. If it plays out, Fed might be hawkish and go 75. It looks like expanding descending wedge. Market popped like 4%. Then humans said, hell no, sold it back to even. I used to trade Strat, look at potential trades. Fed is bankrupt. I think they dropped Apple at 150 because it was a perfect bear level. When will the hike be announced? 2 p.m. today, 2 p.m. Yeah, we're looking at Disney. I mean, Disney's still a little bit too expensive for me. Another one with a really nice P&E ratio is Google. Google's gone up a little bit too much, but at 91s, Google looked really cheap. Are you longer today or short? I'm not anything, man. I'm pretty flat ahead of these big Fed meetings. Like, I'm holding some positions, but they're not anything major. Like right now, I'm in AMC longer term. We're in a Build-A-Bear put option, and we're in Carvana still. Carvana, I mean, we're holding this. It's a very small trade just because we might get a potential short squeeze, and we're flat in it long term. But we're in Carvana. Scalping? Hey, good luck. Yeah, I'm not really taking anything yet. No, nothing's happening at 8:30 today. It's at 2 p.m. today is the Fed meeting. So 2 p.m. What stock ETF has the highest 30-day yield? I don't know. I'd have to check. You trade crypto? Yeah, we trade sometimes. AMC released a Visa credit card. Can you just please answer this in Longleaf for me? Why do you trade the SPY and not the NASDAQ or the Dow? I mean, I trade everything. The SPY is what I know the best. It's what I've known the best. It's what I've traded the most. It's what I've traded the most. The NASDAQ and the Dow can be, the same thing. It's all personal preference. It's subjective on which one is better or worse. I like the SPY because I've watched it the longest and I analyzed the price action the longest. But the Dow is just really expensive. The Dow's $30,000. So it's like, I think that dilutes the analyzation for me a little bit, and I'd prefer to analyze something a little bit cheaper and easier to remember specific levels, as opposed to the Dow just being so expensive. The NASDAQ is fine, and sometimes I'll trade like the E-mini NASDAQ, like the NQ, and I definitely trade that in futures as well. And so I trade a little bit of everything, but the SPY is kind of my go-to equity that I trade. If I'm trading futures, though, I'm trading the E-mini or the NQ on Top Step. Hey, what's up, Gio? Yeah, Google's not bad, but it's a little bit too high right now. I'm going to wait for the Fed decision first. Hey, what's up, Gio? Does the dollar weaken when inflation goes high? No, the dollar strengthens when the inflation is high, which is not really what we want. We want to see the dollar fall. Oh, a lot of people. It depends on how you mean it. GM might be good morning or whatever. Could be in GM. Liquidators of FTX's Bahamian business will ask U.S. bankruptcy judge John Dorsey to give them access to U.S. units, Slack, Google, and Amazon Web Service accounts and data. Lawyers for FTX asked Dorsey to deny the request. They argue that Bahamian regulators have worked with FTX's founder, the recent arrested Sam Bankman-Fried, to undermine the U.S. bankruptcy case and withdraw assets to the detriment of some creditors. I said 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, guys. Look at the read at the bottom of the screen. Read under here. I'm not saying it might be right here, but I'm weathermanning this. Look right here. Right over here, you know. All right, we got a little pullback. I'm going to buy this dip. Short term. All right, we are in 75 shares at the SPY. Yeah, he's got to be on something standard. I said standboard. He's got to be on something, bro. You know, I think Sam Bankman-Fried, he's over there, you know. If I had to make a guess, he's probably on some type of amphetamine, you know. The Dixie at 103.80s. What do you think of Baba? I think Baba is too sketchy for me to play. That's how I really feel about Baba. It's too sketchy for me to play. Yeah, Baba's nice, but it's too sketchy for me to take any positions in. Yeah, fake John. Why is Tesla going down? Tesla's going down because, I don't know, Tesla's been dropping for the last few days. It's starting to rebound back up, so Tesla's almost green on the day. We're going to add one more. All right, we're in 100 shares of the SPY right now. What's up, Bingo? 2 p.m. is when the interest rates are announced. 2:30 is going to do the press conference about it. Yeah, I don't know what Tesla's going to do. Again, Tesla's problem is the P&E ratio. I mean, I think electric cars are the future, but I think it's going to be a bumpy road. You know, and here's why. EVs are just more efficient. They're just simply more efficient. What I mean by that, we're going to keep buying into this. We're in 125 shares of the SPY. That'll probably be the last we're going to add to it, though. But EVs are just more efficient. Tesla Plaid, Model S Plaid, 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, a little bit less than 2. I think it's 2.2 seconds. Quarter mile, 9.2 seconds flat. No, not flat. 9.2 seconds. Quarter mile. That is obscenely fast for a stock vehicle. Obscenely fast. And so with that, the gas mileage, or not even the gas mileage, but the how many miles that thing goes, the speed, the efficiency is just better than gas fuel powered vehicles. It just is. The efficiency is better. Now, there are some problems with battery disposal. So battery disposal is the big question mark. But I think anytime you have efficiency like that, over time technology improves to compensate for it. That's my thought on it as well. But at the same time, big oil is not going to want this. Of course, like big oil is powerful and big. Like, oil runs the world. And so with that, they're not going to like EVs, of course. Like they're not going to want EVs out there. They're going to do everything they can to stop it. I think, and that's the reality of it in the current situation. Now, we'll see what happens. I think either one of them is vulnerable for sure. And only time will tell. Yeah, and I told you guys a while ago that like Elon taking super political like positions on Twitter is a bad move. Anytime you're selling things to consumers and you take a super polarized political position is a bad move. It's a wrong move. Like you got to just stay neutral. It doesn't matter what you believe. You just got to stay neutral. If you're Elon and you're selling things to consumers, you have to be neutral. It's just not smart. I mean, you can take a stance, but it's not really a smart move. At best, you're going to ostracize 30 to 40% of your consumer base. At best, right? And it could be worse than that. And so if you're selling things to consumers, you need to stay neutral. Okay? Taking a big polarized political stance is a bad move, and it's not going to turn out well. And I've been saying this for a year now. Same exact thing for not a year. Maybe I've been saying this for the last 6 months since the polarized like comments started coming out from Elon. I really have. I've been saying this for a while. You can ask anybody that watches this stream. That's the truth. You got to stay neutral, man. You got to stay neutral, And honestly, I disagree a lot of with a lot of what Elon says, with a lot. But I think Teslas are cool. I've always liked Teslas. But yeah, kind of like you stay neutral on this channel, 100%. But the reality of it is I'm actually pretty neutral. Like I dislike both sides. I try to just stay out of it. I dislike the political realm as a whole. Yeah, I would rather just stay away from it. Like honestly, I'm pretty neutral politically. Like I'm a capitalist, but I'm also very socially liberal as well. So like I'm pretty neutral. And I'm not a libertarian either because I disagree with them in a lot of ways too. So it's like I'm just neutral. Yeah, I saw that. He is so rich, he does not care. Well, listen, he's not going to be rich if Tesla goes to $30 a share. I mean, he's still going to be rich, relative, but he'll still have lots of money. But he's not going to be super rich if he keeps it up. Like Elon's money is tied to his stock in Tesla, right? If Tesla goes to zero, then Elon's not rich. I mean, he's still going to have millions, but it's not going to be, Yeah, right now the richest man is Bernard Arnault, who owns Louis Vuitton, he owns Givenchy and a lot of stuff. Like he owns a bunch of stuff. I think it's Bernard Arnault. But yeah, that's the new richest man in the world, and he owns a lot of different stuff that you probably never, or that you've heard of. All right, so yeah, Bernard Arnault owns Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, um, Christian Dior, Fendi, Givenchy, Marc Jacobs, Stella McCartney, Lau, Loro Piani, Kenzo, Celine, Sephora, Princess Yachts, Tag Heuer, Bulgari, and Tiffany's. He owns everything, all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's understandable how he's rich. He's got a net worth right now of $188 billion. He's from France. Do you take trades in Fed hours? What's Fed hours? Can you describe the worst decision you made this year? Spending too much money on food. You know, on takeout. It's probably the worst decision I made this year. Spending too much money on takeout. I'm going to go with that. Buffett's net worth is not worth $288 billion. His company might be, but his actual net worth, no. Why did the market drop so much yesterday? It's tough to tell, really. There's not really any rhyme or reason for it. My guess is people are starting to get baked into the potential Fed decision we make today. Still, no company has better long-term fundamentals. I mean, Tesla's P/E ratio is like, what is it? It's like 50 or 60. It's not good. You know, so in terms of fundamentals in that regard, the EPS is low relative to the price. It's basically like P/E is basically how much they make versus price. You know, and Tesla's P/E ratio is not that great fundamentally. You know, when you bet on Tesla, though, you're essentially betting on the future of EV, is what you're betting on. Yeah, let me look. All right, so we're looking at Tesla here. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to cut this if the SPY keeps dipping here. Let me see. Does Benzinga show me the P/E ratio? Okay, yeah, it does. Yeah, Tesla P/E ratio is 50. 50. You know, so like it's not that great of a P/E ratio, to be honest. Who? Yeah, I'm probably gonna start cutting this. We're just gonna get out and wait. $45 loss is insignificant. Yeah, Neuralink might be, but that's different than the actual Tesla. You know what I mean? Do people change when they have money? 100% they do. Understandably so. Like, sometimes it's not in a bad way. Sometimes it's in a good way. I think you stop trusting people. Is really what changes the most when you start making money is you stop trusting people. I stopped trusting people a long time ago. Yeah, market started to turn all the way back. We're still technically green on the day, but yeah. We went ahead and cut our position, and we'll just wait. Right now, too big of upswings and downswings for me personally here, so we just got to sit. Yeah, and if you want to check out Benzinga gives you a free trial. I'm checking the P/E ratio right now on some stuff. So if you want to check out Benzinga, I'm using Benzinga to check the P/E ratio. Here's the link. Check it out. You try Benzinga out for free for 2 weeks without even needing a CC number. There's the link. Check it out. Yeah, I see some people talking about a 0 rate hike. I don't know if we're actually going to get that. All right, guys. So SPY reversing heavy quickly here. All right, guys. So let's see if they actually do anything to Sam. All right, so market's pulling back. Tesla moving up. The dollar index is popping up some here. So you see the Dixie start to pop up. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do zero. I disagree. I don't think they're going to do the, zero. Do you trade mostly based on price action or technical analysis completely? I trade with, I mean, price action would be considered technicals. Number one. But I take fundamental trades too. I've been making more money in swing trading than anything else. So my swing trades have been making more money than anything else. So that's swing trading. I'm usually basing it off of fundamentals as well as like extension. So a little bit of technicals. Yeah, that's kind of what I try to do. I look for overreactions is really what I do. I feel like 25 is very possible. Yeah, 25 is possible. I don't know if we're going to get it. It's possible, but I don't know if we're going to get it or not. I hope we do. I hope we come in at 25. 25 would be great. I don't think we will, though, but I think we'll probably do 50. But I'll be pleasantly surprised if we do 25 for sure. Like, again, I don't think we will, but if we do, great. That's great. Uh, All right, guys. So yeah, market kind of coming all the way back down here. Looks like getting flat on the SPY was the right move after that. Money doesn't always change you. Sometimes it just amplifies who you are already. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's probably true. Yeah, that's probably true. All right, guys. So again, Tesla dipping down, SPY coming back down. Dixie is going up. It's at 104s right now. At 104s. Yeah, I mean the problem. How did MMAT do? We got Tesla at 159.80s, 159.80s, SPY at 401.60s. MMAT down to 135. What was the other one? MMTLP. Let's look at it right here. Here's the Dixie moving up. So Dixie moving up, dollar index moving up, SPY moving down, Tesla moving down. What is it? MMTLP all the way down to 290s here. Man. Go check out Uncle Smokey's channel to see what's going on there. Here's the Q. You break it down too. So tech break it down. SPY technically red on the day. The dollar index is moving up with everything as well here. It's starting to pop up. It's at 104s roughly, right around 104s. CI. I need a good day. My wife is staring at me through the patio window with a certain type of look. Hey, well, don't risk money that you don't have. One of the things, like in the beginning of your trading career, you're gonna lose, man. Everybody loses in the beginning, right? So the larger, like if you, this is what happens to a lot of new traders. And I'm not even talking about you. I'm just kind of not. Again, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about what happens to new traders. What happens to new traders is like they get involved with the market, right? And they watch all these people claiming that they're going to make all this money and all this different stuff, right? And so when they enter the market as brand new traders, they should be trading small, but they have like the wrong impression of trading in their head where they think they're just about to get rich, right? And so they trade huge size, they lose tons of money, and it's really disheartening for them. They lose tons of money. What you really should be doing in the beginning, guys, is just trade small. Trade small. You should not be trading large in the beginning of your trading. In the first year, you should be trading very small, very small. You know, if you're trading and risking thousands of dollars as a day trader or swing trader in your first year, you are trading far too large than you should be. Market's starting to completely turn though. Market's on the 401.30s. Yeah, I mean, here, when I first started trading, I had the same thing, man. I thought I was just about to get rich, bro. I traded a $4,000 account on an old school platform called SureTrader that's no longer around anymore. It's a platform called SureTrader. I traded thousands of dollars. I had like 4 or 5 to 1 leverage with $4,000, and I was day trading penny stocks, bro. I lost that $3,000 or $4,000 within a few weeks, and Carol was pissed, bro. She was mad. She was super mad at me, and understandably so. I was dumb, you know. Just don't be like me. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. Like, I shouldn't have been trading that size. I shouldn't have been risking like $4,000 at the time was a lot of money for me. I remember I almost cried afterwards. Like, I was so bummed out for losing that $4,000. And Carol's like, okay, John, you need to like stop. Like, you need to give this up. Like, you should just give up trading. And she was right. I should have. And I did. I stopped trading. If you look, like, I started this channel in like 2015 or 2016. And then I had like a year break. Like I didn't trade for a year straight. I didn't upload or trade for a year straight. The only thing that brought me back was like I posted a bunch of videos about SureTrader trading. And, you know, I had published like 5 or 10 videos at the time. And then I just lost my whole account. My whole account was just gone. And so I stopped trading completely. The only thing that brought me back was that I would look at my YouTube channel every now and then, and I noticed I was growing. Like I had hundreds of subscribers after like 6 months. And so that brought me back. But when I came back, I was much more disciplined. I traded much smaller. I switched from the sketchy, obscure platform SureTrader to TOS. And I just had a TOS cash account with a very small few $1,000 cash account. Did much better when I came back. But I traded small. The meeting's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's right now it is 7:53 Eastern Standard Time. So we still got a lot of time. We've got like we've got like 6 hours, 6.5 hours. In the hindsight though, I'm glad that I stuck with it, man, because you know, now I got this beautiful channel and we're helping people, man. Like, the beautiful thing about this channel is that we protect traders, man. We really do. We protect traders. We tell them the truth, even if it's not fun to hear. We tell them the truth. And so I hope you guys appreciate it. You know, we got a beautiful channel here. All right, guys. So Tesla's starting to bounce up a little bit. The dollar index finally starting to pull back, and the SPY bouncing at that previous 401.20 level that we drew a while ago. I don't even know when I drew this level, but we are bouncing right at that spot. All right, 401.40s here. Tesla back over VWAP. Yeah, so SPY 401.20s, 401.20s. Anything else moving today, guys? What else is moving right now? Anything? You guys see anything right now? Hey, thank you, Standard. To lose is to learn. That's right. Absolute best trading channel. Thank you so much. 75. Don't lose it up, Powell. Yeah, we'll see, man. It's Eastern Standard Time. AB. Yeah, almost to 100K, man. We're getting close, bro. We're getting close. We'll probably hit that in January, my guess is. When I first started trading, I lost 90% of my portfolio within 15 days of trading. That was the best thing that happened to me. Made me emotionless, 100%. Here, we're going to also throw this in sub-only mode, guys. So if you have not already, subscribe. You know you want to. Just try it one time. It might feel good. Hit that subscribe button. Do it now. We are going to throw it in sub-only mode. And so listen, everything we do here is free. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts. We don't act like gurus. We don't sell a course or service. We don't have any paywalls behind any of our content. And so if you appreciate that, subscribe. Guys, you know you want to. Just try it. Might feel good. Do it now. Looking at the votes on the poll here, we asked people how much will the Fed raise rates. 62% of people think 50 basis points, 23% think 75, and 10% think 25. 6% think 0. Announce yourself. Show us you're subbed. Right, 100% will. 100% bro. Hey, nice standard. Yeah, today will be fun for sure. Yeah, we'll try to make some money. How much time remaining? We got like 6 hours. John, can you explain the different reactions of the market based on different basis points? Sure. So, okay. 75 will almost certainly cause a negative 75 will almost certainly cause a negative response. We're going to get a pretty big negative reaction if we do 75. 50 is neutral. And so there's a chance that we might go up on that. There's a chance that people might interpret 50 basis points as positive, but there's also a chance that people are going to interpret it as negative as well, kind of on par with expectations, because some people might be expecting 25, right? And so 50 will probably cause a positive response, in my opinion, but there's also a chance that we go negative on that. 25 will cause a positive response, certainly. So if we do 25 basis points, the market is going to go up. If we do anything less than 25, like if we do 0, the market is going to fly up, and that's basically it. If we do 100, the market's going to crash. We're at 401.40s on the SPY, 401.40s. All right, guys, Tesla at 159.90s, 159.90. SPY all the way back up to 401.60s here. We're kind of consolidating back and forth. Dixie finally starting to come down some here. The Fed meeting's at 2 p.m. It's in 6 hours, guys. The FOMC decision is not for 6 hours. Read the title of the stream. Read the title. The title of the stream, again, we'll talk about it, is... The title of the stream is FOMC Day, Powell Fed Rate Hike, 2 p.m. It's not anytime soon. It's just FOMC Day. Read the title. Read the scroller on the bottom of the screen. Have you ever been stuck in a stock you don't want to be in? Of course, everybody has. You keep averaging down and it keeps dipping. All you wanted was to get in and out, but it went south on you yesterday. I got trapped. Yeah, for sure. Everybody's been in that situation. What I suggest is if you're in a penny stock, get out as fast as you can. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I have no idea what that will do. Maybe the penny stock goes up. Not an investment professional. Please don't copy me. I'm not liable. If you lose, don't sue me, basically. Now, with all that said and out the way, if it's a penny stock, I personally would just cut it and get out. If it's a blue chip like Apple or Disney, then, I usually just let those ride. I'll add to those if I can and just let those ride, because blue chips, you got a distinct edge that most of them are going to go up long term, right? And so you can hold those and get out eventually profitable if you're patient enough. Again, though, I have enough buying power to where I can do that and sit on it for years if I need to. And I think most people aren't in that situation. So it depends on what it is, but everybody's been in that. Spicy John. Hey, that's my new name. I'm gonna name myself Johnny Spice. You know, Johnny Spice. Top 3 traders in the world, Johnny Spice. You know, has a ring to it. We might keep that. You know, Johnny Spice. You know, the Spice John. You know, something like that. We'll go with that. The Spice John. Some call us the 9th member of Spice Girls. Is there 9 members? I don't even know how many members. Is it the 6th member? I don't even know how many members. I always had a crush on the redheaded one, though, as a child. You know. SPY up to 401.50s. Dollar index starting to come down here. We'll see if the market goes up some. Yeah, I don't know how many Spice Girls there are. Is there 7? I don't know. The missing Pam number. Yeah. Johnny Spice. You know. It's 5. Okay, my bad. Listen, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't know. Tesla over VWAP though. SPY up to 401.50s. Dixie at 103.80s. Let's see if it actually holds. As an Englishman, I could say there was 4. Okay. Hey, you know more than me. What's up, Emmanuel? Hey, good morning, brother. Not a penny stock, but AMC I got trapped in 620 average. I mean, I think you'll probably make money still if you sit in it, but I don't know. We're at 570s now. I'm in AMC as well, but like I don't know what this thing's gonna do, man. So no idea what this thing's gonna do. In my opinion, it'll eventually break 620s though. I think it's just got such a large following that I think some type of run is inevitable eventually. It just depends on how long. Spice King. Hey, that's it. We just watched the movie Dune. You know, I watched the movie Dune with my daughter and son the other day. Who was wrong? There were 5. Yeah, I have no idea. Dune, I love the movie Dune, man. Dune was good, man. It's my second time watching it. I watched it with my daughter though. But Tesla just dumped under volume weighted average price, testing that low right now at 159.40s. Starting to break down here. The Dixie's still falling though. But you can see how much Tesla is impacting the market as a whole. Tesla dumps and then the SPY. Look at the gap down on the SPY here. Look at this gap. It's a big drop. Posh, baby, scary, sporty, ginger. And then Johnny Spice. Was Sting in Dune? I think he might have been in the old one. Not the old Dune. I'm talking about the new Dune. The old Dune was great. It's an OG movie. It's good. Love the old movie. I'm talking about the new one though, because the only reason I can get my daughter to watch it is because it's got Zendaya in it. Okay, so I gotta say, hey, Zendaya's in it. Okay, we'll watch it. You know, I could never get her to watch the old one. Tesla is still breaking down at 159s right now. 159s. Yeah, Kumar, we're not like this isn't the actual stream for the FOMC meeting. Again, this is just the FOMC day stream. If you read the title, guys, like I said, reading the title will help. FOMC day. You know, the actual FOMC stream is going to be later on down the road. We'll probably do a completely different stream for that. And so we're just doing FOMC day with live trading. Are you teaching your kids about trading? Yeah. Right now, I've tried to get my kids involved with trading. The only way I figured out to is that I got my son into Pokemon cards, right? I bought my son like a few really expensive Pokemon cards. Not really expensive, but I brought my son to the comic store and I bought him a holographic Charizard. I bought him a Dark Gyarados and a bunch of other stuff, right? So now my son's like all about Pokemon, and I did it with the intention of getting my son interested in speculating and investing in things. Right, so that's my plan to get my son. Eventually, we're gonna pivot to full stock market, and you know he'll be into it hopefully. But like that's my plan. You gotta start small. No, we're going to stop and resume closer to the FOMC. Yeah, the title literally says Powell Fed rate hike 2 p.m. Market bounce, live trading SPY Tesla E-mini, FOMC day. Like, that's what the stream is. That's exactly what this is. It's FOMC day. The Powell Fed rate hike is at 2 p.m. today, and we're going to live trade. Yeah, you gotta. I'm trying to get him interested in something. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the heat of like Pokemon. Like, bro, I grew up in the 90s, right? So I used to sit out at the bus stop and trade and slang Pokemon cards with my friends, bro. If I would have had my Pokemon cards now that I had as a child, I'd be rich right now. I'd have so much money. Pokemon. Love you. Have a good day. What? Oh, you like the hat? Listen, I'm top 3 coolest dads in the world right now. I'm definitely top 3. Definitely coolest dad in the world right now, Maddie. You know. Top 3, most humble. Some say top 2. Anyways, sorry. Love you. Gotta troll my daughter a little bit. All right, guys. SPY at 401.40s. Tesla at 159.20s. We got the dollar index at 103.80s. So, you know, we're kind of consolidating right now. Yeah, I don't know what happened with my childhood Pokemon cards, bro. I think my mom threw them out a long time ago, but they would be worth a lot right now. I had, bro, as a child, I had like the first series holographic Charizard. I had a Japanese Charizard that is super rare right now. Like, I remember the exact card I had. As a kid, I felt always bad. I had this one trade where I traded like, it was like a holographic Pikachu for a Japanese Charizard, and I got this Japanese Charizard, and I always felt bad about it because I always thought I got gypped on the trade. Turns out that Japanese Charizard that I had as a kid is like, would be super valuable right now, and so I don't know what happened to all my cards. Yeah, my son's got a whole binder full of cards now too. I'll show you guys one day. Hey, nice, Joe. Is it true one Charizard can cost up to 500K? Yeah, I mean, they can. It needs to be a very specific one, though. It's not just any Charizard. It needs to be the base set with perfect, like, PS. It needs to be a 10 graded base set Charizard. Basically, like a perfect card in the base set, in the original. If it's going to be 75, they're going to do it in 25 basis point increments. If it's 75, the market's probably going to drop. I'm not going to say it's going to crash, but it's not going to be a good reaction if we do 75. All right, guys, market's still consolidating. The Dixie's starting to pop up a little bit. What are your predictions? I have no idea. I think we'll probably do 50 is my guess. We'll probably do 50, but who knows, man? Mullen? I'm skeptical of Mullen, brother. Tesla's starting to move up. There's not really any trades to get involved with either. We got about an hour and a half before the market opens. There's not really any trades to get involved with either. All right, guys, at 401.30s on the SPY, Tesla at 159.30s, the Dixie at 104s, or at 103.80s, I mean. Yeah, I'm skeptical of Mullen, and for a few different reasons. The main reason I'm skeptical of Mullen is because it's an up-and-coming EV play, and it's going to be very difficult for that one to succeed based off of the current the consumer base it has right now. There's just not enough people that are interested in actually buying a Mullen automobile. I think it's actually likely that Mullen gets bought out eventually. I think that's best case scenario for it too. I think if it doesn't get bought out, it's going to struggle. SPY moving down to 401.20s here, 401.20s. Fed mentioned before he's thinking maybe rate will be lesser this meeting during last Fed minutes. Yeah, maybe, but a lot of stuff has happened that could influence an even better reaction. Oh, you're talking about Mullen. Mullen gapping up a little bit. Here's Mullen right here. So Mullen's gapping up a little bit, but it's still at 22 cents. But yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff has happened since the Fed minutes report. Like we've had CPI, PPI, jobless claims, and a bunch of other stuff that were released already from that. So we've already had a lot of stuff happen. Hey, what's up, Pyro? Yeah, so I'm looking at the news for Mullen. Let's check it. All right, so Mullen and Automotive partners with Loop Global to deploy EV charging solutions, including public DC fast charging network and residential offerings. All right, market breaking lows at 401s right now, guys. At 401s for market. 401s here. So market's struggling a little bit. All right, we're at 401.10s, 401.20s. Mullen at 22s, 23s. Chris, hey, GMN. Hope you're doing good, bro. Yeah, for sure, Rob. A lot of the cards I had as a kid probably wouldn't be super high graded anyway, you know? So, like, it's all good, man. I'm bag holding Tesla. Yeah, I mean, Tesla's never been a trade that I've ever really gotten involved with. You know, again, the P/E ratio is high. It's at 50. It's a little bit better, but it's still at 50 right now. You know, and that doesn't mean I won't buy it. Like I bought Amazon at like 91s and 80s, 87s, 88s, 90s for Amazon, and it has a high P/E ratio too. But it's just it's one of those things where Tesla, I think Elon has created too many enemies lately for my taste. You know what I mean? Like that, like I think there's vulnerabilities now because of it. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Hey, what's up, bud? Hey, man, we've been talking about Pokemon today, bro. What's your favorite? Whoa, you look good, man. Check you out. You looking cool, man. We're talking about Pokemon cards today. What's your favorite card? Go. Mewtwo V. Your Mewtwo V Union? That's actually 4 bucks. Yeah, man. Nice, bro. Hey, love you, buddy. Love you, buddy. Love you. Thank you, man. Have a good day at school, bud. All right, guys. Mullen, rip it up. It's at 23s. 23s. We got Tesla at 159.20s here. We got the SPY at 401.17s. Guys, read the stream here. Here. Here, I'm going to put this up on screen just so people can see it. There you go. I'm also going to change the title to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so people can figure out. All right, Mullen at 23 cents, 23 cents. Tesla at 159.20. SPY at 401s. Watching Tesla, just waiting for it to be a little bit more bullish. Yeah, I'll put the timer up, guys. I'll put the timer up. Sure. Yeah. So right now it is 8:18 market time. So yeah, we're 6 hours away. I'm just gonna put a 6-hour timer up. Really, we're about 5 hours and 20 minutes, or 5 hours and 40 minutes. All right, here you go, guys. We got the timer up for you. 5 hours, 39 minutes. Oh, wait, let's get rid of this. There we go. All right, guys. Mullen, pull it back a little bit. Here you go, guys. You're welcome. Are you going to be here all day? We're probably going to start another stream once we get a little bit closer, like a dedicated rate hike stream. You know, if you read the title, it says FOMC day, Powell rate hike 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live trading. So this is mostly the live trading stream, and then we're going to actually have a dedicated stream for the rate hike decision like we normally do. It's just FOMC day, so we might get some volatility from it, which is what the title is, you know. Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably take a little lunch break, and then we'll start the stream. Don't worry, we're going to stream the entire thing. We're going to stream the press conference. We're going to stream the rate hike. If you watched the CPI stream yesterday, we get this data very fast. We're going to cover the data as soon as it drops here. So subscribe and hit the notification bell. If we do open up a new stream, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll be here. What's up, Chris? What you sorry for, man? Oh, you're all good. Can 50 basis points give long opportunities or just stabilizes the market? We might go up with 50 just because 75 is still a possibility. And so I think 50 is still decent, but the outcome is less known. Like, we don't know how we're going to react to 50. 50 is kind of neutral. It's what everybody already expects at this point in time. And so we don't actually know what we're going to get. Yeah, for sure. We're going to cover it super quick. So y'all sub if you haven't already. We get the data very fast. Yeah, we did cut it, Joshua. If you look at this here. So again, I showed people this earlier. Here's my Disney trade. All right, so I'm going to click show my trades here. Here's my Disney trade. We got out of Disney. Look, I'll show you this last trade, right? This is the last trade we got in Disney. We bought 125 at 92.70s. We sold 95 at 93s and 93.30s. We took another 20 shares off at 93.80s, and then we rode the last 10 shares. So the last 10 shares all the way up to 96 and 97. And so we cut our long at the very top. Like, look at this. We cut it at the very top, and we're not holding any left. So we got out all of it at the very top at 92.20s yesterday. So that's how you time a swing trade, because we got out at the very, very top. Beautiful swing trade. One of my favorites. We actually made a post on Twitter showing you kind of why we did what we did, and all that stuff. Hey, all good, man. Yeah, Meta. Yeah, Meta's not one of those ones. Like, I've never invested. I've tried to swing trade Meta before, but I'm just skeptical of it, bro. I think it's too high right now too. But maybe not. I don't know. Thought you had 50 shares in the SPY? No, I don't swing trade the SPY like that. I don't ever swing trade the SPY. Most of the time, like I just don't ever swing trade the SPY. I have before, but it's not something I regularly do. If I swing trade, it's mostly stocks. Like, it's Disney, Amazon, Apple, Google, stuff like that. It's never the SPY, really. Are you buying Disney at this point? Disney's not quite cheap enough. If Disney gets down to 91s, I'll probably start adding to it. But for now, it's just not quite cheap enough. What's up, Juan? Hey, long time no see, brother. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope life's treating you well, Juan. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, guys. So also, if you want to day trade, a lot of people try to get around the PDT rule in a bunch of different ways, right? They try pity stocks, the futures market. So if you look at the SPY here, and then you look at the E-mini futures contract in the middle, you can see it's the same exact price action. The futures market is actually a little bit more voluminous. So there's more volume in this, but it's the same price action. Down, move up, bounce down, move up, bounce down. Same thing in the middle as on the right. And you can trade this middle contract here in the futures market. You can day trade this with no PDT restrictions. You can day trade short margin accounts, no PDT restrictions. And Top Step is the most legitimate funded account program in the world. If you look at it, they pay out millions every year. They fund hundreds of traders a month in 100 plus countries. Been around for over a decade. So this is the original futures funded account program. It is the OG original that everybody else copies off of. They process things very, very quickly. The base one is 50K right now. The base one is the 50K package. So they're going to give you a 50K demo. If you can hit their target on that 50K demo while following their rules, conditions, and phases, then they fund you 50,000 with a 90% split once you're funded. This is a company that's regulated by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They pay out millions, fund thousands of traders a year, and you get a 90% split once you're funded. And here's the reality of it. I think a lot of people are not going to get funded. Most people, in fact, are not going to be able to get funded. And I think that's okay because most day traders lose. The reason most people aren't going to get funded is because most traders lose, right? But regardless of whether you get funded or not, it's going to make you a better trader, and it's cheap. 130 something a month to test yourself as a trader. They're going to give you rules to follow. Is a very reasonable thing, and it's very cheap, and it builds you into a better trader, and you have the possibility of getting funded. And so once you're funded, they get a 90% split, and you can see the rules are pretty reasonable. You got to hit 3K in profit without losing 2K total or $1,000 a day with 5 contracts max, and 5 contracts is plenty. And so again, they are a sponsor of mine, and so I'm certainly biased in their favor, of course. I'm definitely biased in their favor because they are a sponsor of mine. But if you want to check them out, again, it builds you into a better trader, in my opinion. It just helps you trade better. It teaches you how to be a better trader. It teaches you how to follow rules. Their trader IQ section shows you can build yourself different like rules. Let me show you guys this. Log in here. But yeah, their trader IQ section, I can go to the trader IQ coach here, and it'll teach me how well I'm doing. It'll say, hey, are you following your rules? How well are you following your rules? I can set a daily loss limit of 1,200. I'm a little bit higher than that. So we're following our rules. Yeah, we're going to update our trading plan here to 40 trades because we scalp a little bit more. But we're following our rules. We've got a discipline score of 100. And so we'll take it. We'll take it. We stopped following our rules as much. But again, this is going to make you a better trader, guys. If you want to check out Top Step, here is the link. Great way to help support the channel. And again, a lot of new traders take too big of size in the beginning and lose. This is a way for you to have some pressure, but not the full extent of real money. Like this is going to save traders money because instead of putting up 10K yourself in futures and risking thousands of dollars as a new trader, you can take this and you got some pressure. So it's hard to trade. You got some pressure to succeed. And so you learn how to trade under pressure, but you're not risking thousands of dollars. There's the link in chat. Check it out. If there's a recession next year, 130 easy. We'll see, bro. We'll see, man. Again, Top Step is a sponsor of mine, and so I'm definitely biased in their favor, guys. Definitely biased in their favor. Yeah, I don't know. Again, the rate hike decision's at 2 p.m. today. At 2 p.m. today, we're going to put the timer up. Does the import price index matter? Not really, no. Like, it kind of matters, but it's nothing major. You know, it's not super relevant, to be honest. Like, it might move things a little bit, but it's not going to mean much. But yeah, we got the import-export price index. Expectations are from minus 0.4% for the export price index and minus 0.5% for the import price index. But this is, it's somewhat relevant, but not the most. We got crude oil inventories today as well. The other stuff that dropped, we had England CPI. So England CPI came in lesser than expected. So England CPI came in at 6.3% versus 6.5% expected, 0.3% for core CPI. Regular CPI came in at 0.4% versus 0.6%, and 10.7 versus 10.9% for base CPI for England. So England had better than expected CPI data. Here's the dollar index. Been moving up a little bit, but that stuff dropped at like 2 a.m. this morning. You can, Joshua. Yeah, you can link it up to TraderView if you want. TradingView. Yeah, I mean, it's not really a bridge being burned, Colin. Like, you can always reset and retry. So it's like, if you want to reset your account, you can. It costs money to do so. So, like, say you start Top Steps Combine and you lose money, you know, and you're down thousands. You can reset your account and get a completely fresh account, brand new, you know. But remember, it's a demo account. They're going to give you a demo or a paper trading account at first, and they're going to test you to make sure you're profitable. And then if you hit certain profit target and parameters, that's when they fund you, right? But they're going to give you a demo account first, a paper trading account. And there's also a free paper trading account. Like if you wanted to try out futures on paper, they let you try it out for free on paper. But if you want to be in the combine, it does cost money. But again, you can reset it if you want to. And again, I think regardless of whether you're a good trader or not, it teaches you to be a better trader. So I think there's value even if you're not a great trader. I think doing Top Step and learning how to follow rules is going to condition you into being a better trader regardless. Yeah, we can trade futures, Brandon. Spread betting, I don't know. But futures we can. We trade futures here. Yeah, and the good thing about futures is like a lot of people think that you need to trade penny stocks to get around the PDT. The E-mini contract I showed you is the S&P 500. Like, look, here's the S&P 500 SPY, and then I showed you the E-mini. That is the S&P 500 basically. It's a futures contract version, but you can basically trade the market with no PDT in futures. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people go to penny stocks and stuff like that, where futures market, regardless of whether you even use Top Step or not, there's no PDT. You can day trade as much as you want without restriction in the futures market, and essentially trade the S&P 500 or the SPY. Basically, is what you can trade. There's no crying in trading. There's no crying in baseball. There's definitely crying in trading. There's no crying in baseball. Crying in trading is probably pretty common. Here's a good question. Have you ever cried from trading, guys? Have you ever cried from trading? Hey, what's up, Tiny? Good morning. Wingstop put options? Nah, man. Here, one thing I've learned is you never bet against Wingstop, bro. I love wings. I mean, I might be able to do Google's timer right here. Let's see if it'll stay there. Ooh, it does stay there. Okay, that's actually nicer. Okay, cool. All right, let me edit this now. We got 5 hours and about 26 minutes. Ooh, that's nice. Wait, where'd it go? What? All right. All right, so I got Google has one that'll literally stay for me. Or no, wait. This is 5 hours. I actually gotta edit this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Here, hold on. Bear with me. Hey, my guys, Ali B. Hey, Carlos Correa. Is he going to San Francisco? Is he going to the Giants? Ooh, there we go. So look at that, man. Hey, so this one will actually stay right there. Hey, thank you, Ali B, my guy. Thank you, brother. Yeah, Carlos Correa to the Giants? Really? How much was the contract? $13-year, $350 million deal. I mean, that's not the best deal, though, bro. That's not the greatest deal. What is that, like 20-something million a year? That's a long contract, too. I mean, that's similar to kind of Tatis's contract. I don't like it. I think he could have done better here, bro. I think Correa could have done better. I think that's kind of low for Correa. I mean, he is getting older, though. And so I guess that's with age getting in there, and this will guarantee him a good deal for a long time. So I guess I kind of understand it. But yeah, 30-year. Yeah, it might be a top 5 all-time amount, but the actual time frame of it is what's worrisome. Like, put it this way, right? DeGrom just got 5-year, 185 mil. You know, which is you know. All right, so that is 27 million a year. 27 million a year. I just think here's the thing though. If Correa does well, he could probably ask for 30 or 40, right? And this is basically going to be a lifetime contract. He's not going to be able to get out of this. So he's going to make 27 million a year for life. By the time this contract's over, he's done as a player. But it is locking in a long-time contract, you know. All right, guys. So SPY bouts back up to 401.60s here. How you got me Googled and stuff? Where'd you see that? I don't know why. I always thought Kate Upton was British. Guess I was wrong. All right, SPY up to 401.60s here. The Dixies at 104s. Disney at 95s, roughly 95s. Yeah, pitchers are different, I guess. I don't know. Here, hold on one second. All right, sorry. But yeah, so Dixie just popped up. So Dixie broke the highs of market hours right now. We'll see if that drags the market down a little bit. It certainly could. We'll see if it does though. So the Giants got Correa. Interesting. All right, so at least Bill Ackman says, I am sure Sam Bankman-Fried has told many lies. My initial take on the Sorkin interview was likely wrong. That said, he has shown no unwillingness to answer hard questions. Why not get him under oath in front of Congress before arresting him and then deposing with his lawyers present? Yeah, people are giving Bill a lot of flack for it though. Yeah, so SPY up to 40150s. Dixie still moving up. Disney trying as well. We can put Tesla up here, but this timer's much better. Actually, stay on the screen. Do you think Bed Bath will ever go back up? I don't know, man. I think Bed Bath is a failing company. And I'll tell you why. I've gone to Bed Bath a few different times, right? And maybe that you're going to say, oh, well, then maybe it's not a failing company. Every time I go there, there's nobody there. There's zero people there. The problem with Bed Bath is that you can get a majority of that stuff on Amazon right now. You can get it shipped to your home. So, like, most people aren't going to go to Bed Bath. Every time I go, there's nobody there. They can't be a profitable business. They just can't. I don't think they can be a profitable business. Rate hike 2 p.m. Seriously though, guys, if y'all are still asking when the rate hike is, just to put this into perspective, it says the time in the title, right below me, right here, and we've got a countdown timer over there somewhere. So like, how are y'all still asking when the rate hike is gonna be, man? It literally says it everywhere, literally everywhere. I have flooded the whole stream here, over there, at the very corner of the screen, and literally in the actual title itself. Oh yeah, I didn't get the question. Has anybody actually cried from trading? Be honest. I haven't. I've never actually cried from my trading, but I've wanted to. That's for sure. I've wanted to. All right, guys. So here, I'm gonna mute the music for a second just so I can watch this tweet post. I want to see what they're saying. Hold on. All right, guys. So Dixie's starting to pull back a little bit. SPY up to 40160s. Tesla at 158.70s. All right, so Dixie pulling back. Spy bouts it a little bit. Mhm. All right, guys. Tesla started to bounce a little bit. We're at 159s. Spy bouncing back over 40170s. Over 40170s. There we go. All right, so we watched what we wanted to watch. Now I'm gonna put the music back on. Nope, just mad. Tears of joy. Hey, I cry daily. Do your thing, Clayton. I'm not mad, bro. I'm not a huge crier. Hero and I were actually talking about this a while ago. I think I've said it on the stream before. I might have cried. I would give myself maybe crying 10 times, maybe, since Carol and I have been together for the last like 11 or 12 years. So, like, you know, I probably cried maybe on average once every year and a half or year and a quarter or whatever the math is there, something like that. So I'm not like a huge crier. Um, but everybody cries. I just never cried about trading. I've never actually cried about trading. Not like that, at least. No Fed hike means loosening finance, and Fed wouldn't do that. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance we get zero rate hike. I mean, I guess there is a chance we could do zero rate hike. I just think it's very unlikely. Very unlikely. Any whining? Oh, I definitely whine. Everybody whines, bro. Yeah, crying's good for you to a certain extent. Biggest loss you dudes have had before? A couple thousand. Yeah, for sure, Jose. Wine or Spice? Hey, yeah, we're gonna change our name to J Wine or Spice. The Whiny Spice. John Whiny Spice is the name. No, never heard of that, John. What should we expect for bullish or bearish? No idea. No idea what we're going to get. Again, we do 75 basis points. Market's probably going to go down. We do 50, market is neutral or goes up potentially, maybe goes down. We do 25, market goes up. We do anything, we do 0, market flies up. We do 75, market goes down. We do 100, market crashes. That's basically what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm definitely the third best crier in the world right now, for sure. Some say I'm top 2, but like I'll take top 3 criers in the world right now. What's up, Jordan? I never know how to say indices, man. I'm just gonna say indexes, like plural indexes. Expect a 50 basis point move. Yeah, we'll see. It depends on what they say, man. It depends on what Jerome Powell says. Like, the rate hike is important, but it also depends on what Jerome Powell says as well. Like, what he says is going to be very equally as relevant as what the rate hike is. Yeah, so what he says is going to be equally as important, I think. All right, guys. So SPY at 40150s here. We got the Dixie at 10380s here. We got Tesla at 158s. Tesla's still trying here. The Dixie's still up there. We can zoom in a little bit more here. Dixie at 103s. So we might get a little pullback here. We'll see if the SPY can get over the volume weighted average price. We also have 402, which is the previous closing price. It's the level which it goes from red to green, green to red. What he says is more important. Yeah, arguably. I don't know. I think the rate hike, depending on what he says, I think I respect humble criers. Define humble crier. What's a humble crier? Like, I'm so humble, I'm just going to cry about it. Um, 40% of SPY. Yeah, so SPY's still kind of creeping up here. Again, we're just waiting for the opening bell. We're not going to take anything big. Yeah, we took a little bit of a trade earlier. We lost like 50 bucks. And we'll see what we get moving into this. But yeah. All right, so the SEC versus Atlas trading lawsuit filed. Defendants are PJ Matlock and Zach Morris. How is Zach Morris involved with Atlas Trading? Is he one of the founders or owners of it? Somebody want to help me with that? I'm expecting Powell to announce 50 points in the market slightly go up, but then when he talks, he will say they are staying with these high interest rates for a very long time. Yeah, that's probably what's going to go. I didn't become a crier until I became a father and a grandfather. Yeah, I mean, I remember crying about stuff when I was younger, you know. But over time, as you get older, you kind of cry less. My wife always got weird with me because I didn't cry when my son was born. Like when my son was born, I didn't cry. I was too nervous. I was too anxious when my son was born to really even think about crying. Though, like it was a beautiful moment, but like when my son was born, the umbilical cord was wrapped around him, right? So we had like it was like there was like problems with it. And also when my son came out, he didn't cry at all. Speaking of crying, he wasn't crying, right? And he was just kind of silent, like looking around, you know, uh, which was odd to me. I thought they would come out crying, and so I was nervous, and so I wasn't even thinking about crying because of that. You know, maybe if I might have cried if he would have came out and everything was fine, and he would have came out, you know. Okay, Tiffany, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah, I haven't found much of an edge. There's swing trading edge. Like I've made lots of money swing trading, for sure. Like we made a good amount of money swing trading lately. But day trading's been hard. There's not been much edge for day trading for sure. You know, like the market's been neutral. I mean, there's some days to take money, and like yesterday was a good day. But the problem with the market is that most days are actually sideways lately. Like over the last couple months, mostly been sideways action. Like it's mostly been chop. Yeah, I'm not a super big crier person, you know. Like I said, I can't remember the last time I did either. It's been a while, you know. Especially when you become a parent, like, you know, before you're a parent, it's different. Like, but like once you're a parent, you know, you gotta hold it together, you know, in front of your kids. You don't want them to always see it, you know, see tears flowing all the time. So you gotta kind of hold it together as a parent, you know, I think. Top 3 criers in the world right now, though. SPY moving up. It's at 40170s here. We got the Dixie falling down a little bit. Tesla at 158.80s. And yeah, we'll see if we get some good movement here, guys. Y'all red or green so far this week? Did y'all make money yesterday? Is another question. Did you make money yesterday? I'm gonna put on some old songs that we got. Yeah, we're gonna put on some old songs that we got. We're gonna zoom way back, go way back to some of the old music we got. The old music is probably the best music we had here. Let me find some. Hold on. I'm gonna keep going back. There we go. All right, y'all ready? Guys, SPY moving up. It's at 40180s. Yeah, 100% Yowzer. Excelled in math. Yeah, Jack's really good at math, man. He wants to play this math game all the time. Tesla started to bounce up. Dixie falling down a little bit, which is good. Let me check the news to see if we got anything dropping right now. All right, so China is going to increase the scale of consumption and investment in order to expand domestic demand, according to media. Maybe Geo. No, we got 10 minutes. No, we got about 35 minutes until the market opens. Look at the Dixie pop up big here. Look at this, man. This is the problem with TOS, is that the dragging feature is glitchy. But look at the dollar index pop up really big. Look at this huge rebound here. Thanks for the fast release of data. I made money. Nice, Paul. Yeah, man. Like I said, we cover it pretty quick. Y'all subscribe if you haven't yet. We cover the data super fast. And help us, guys. Subscribe. Help us hit 95,000. We're approaching it pretty quickly here. We will probably break 100K by January. Look at the Dixie breaking highs here. So the Dixie just broke the highs of the market hour open. It's at 103.92s, 103.93s. All right, so Twitter has stopped paying rent on offices and is considering not paying severance packages to former employees, among other measures, according to the New York Times. Can they actually do that, though? All right, guys, Dixie started to pop back up. Dixie started to pop back up. All right, guys, we got about 30 minutes. Yeah, so SPY mostly neutral today. Big red day yesterday. If you look at the SPY, we dropped down pretty substantially yesterday after we pushed up, though. So it was still a pretty break-even day despite everything. Again, the real question today is the rate hike decision, which is, again, about 5 hours away. We got about 5 hours left into the actual rate hike decision. So we still got a lot of time. Disney at 94, almost 95s. Name this album. So the dollar index is starting to pull back a little bit here. What do you think about big tech in Q4 earnings? I have no idea, man. We'll have to wait and see. All those stuff dropped mid-January. We stream all the major tech stocks earnings reports though, so y'all be ready. So again, subscribe. There's a lot of reasons to sub to this channel. The main one is like we cover all the big market data. We cover big earnings. We cover big data releases, PPI, CPI, Fed rate hike, Jerome Powell press conferences, all that stuff. We cover it all here, guys. And so if you haven't already, subscribe. We do this live every day. We will stream all the major tech earnings, and so that'll probably be what helps us hit 100,000 is my guess. Like we'll probably break 100K by streaming some big tech earnings. We got Netflix on, I think, the 18th, Tesla that week. So we got a lot of big tech earnings that we're going to be covering in January. But the earnings season is pretty slow until then. Also, I see some people answering questions kind of late. Make sure you click the play button next to the live button, because it'll ultimately give you yeah, make sure you hit the play button next to the next on your video, because I think some people are behind on the stream. So I think some people are a little bit behind. So just to show you guys, like, make sure you hit this button right here. Like, make sure you hit this button right here. Make sure you hit the live button. Some people are behind on the stream. Some people are a little bit delayed. So yeah, just make sure you hit that button, guys. Snap, I think Snap is interesting and has potential, but there's also risks. Specifically, Snap got a really high daily average user count. So like the daily active users on Snap is very high. The problem with it though is that there's also like it's also been hard to monetize Snapchat. Tesla popping up, the Dixie falling down, and the SPY is bouncing up some as well here, team. I don't know. Google's your friend. I don't know what PH time is. I'm in Eastern. I'm in Central Standard Time. But 2 p.m. is Eastern Standard Time. So Google 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to PH, and you'll get the answer. Hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah, very interesting day for sure, bro. We got the Fed rate hike decision. Also, guys, y'all check out Chart Prime. Chart Prime is a trading view indicator service. One of the cool ways that we find momentum. If you look at Chart Prime, and you can use this on stocks, crypto, Forex, futures, whatever you want to do. You can use it on the futures market and the E-mini. But if you look at the SPY chart here, Chart Prime automatically documents support or resistance, and it's really, really accurate at predicting tops and bottoms. Like just looking at the SPY and pre-market, number one is like you can see here, it identifies candlestick momentum, right? So you can see the bullish engulfing candle right there, and then look at the huge upward action we get over the next few minutes. The best way to do it is to find multiple. So it shows you candlestick patterns. It automatically documents support or resistance. It also has a proprietary algorithm that shows you what trend we might be in. But again, the real way to use it is when you find a lot of them grouping together at once, right? So here's a lot of bullish hammer, bullish engulfing candles, bearish hammer candle. When they all show up at once, look at the drop we get over the next really the next hour or two. Really, really useful. But again, you got to find them grouped together. That's where I find the real edge is. Like, look, here's two bearish engulfing candles right here. So let's zoom in. Here's two bearish engulfing candles. Let me put the thing up. We got two bearish engulfing candles right here. And then look at this. So look, these two are grouped right together. Look at the huge drop we get afterwards. Huge drop we get afterwards. It's called Chart Prime. It's a trading view indicator service. And again, you can use it on stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. Again, here's the same thing. Multiple grouped together. Nice drop afterwards. Nice drop. And so again, it's called Chart Prime. There's a huge sale going on right now that gets you 40% off. 40% off. And again, you can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures, whatever you want to use it in, you can. Great way to use it. Great way to use it. You can also use it with Top Step as well. So a great way to help support the channel. They are a sponsor of my video. So they are a sponsor of mine, but it is a great way to help support the channel. And again, I'm certainly biased in their favor. But it can be really useful, man. There's a lot of edge that you can find from it if you're patient and you wait for good setups and you wait for good signals there. Just a lot of good edge that you can find, to be honest. Check out the link. You can also find the link in the description as well, team. If we get 50, do you think we rally, or is it priced in already? I think it's probably priced in to a certain extent, but I think there's also a chance that we could rally on that. I think as long as we're not 75, there's a chance that we could rally. Now, whether we will or not is a different story, but I think there's a chance. Yeah, but regardless of how good the car design is, Colin, there's just not enough people that want to buy a Mullen, in my opinion. So if we look at Mullen, this gives you the state of fundamentals for Mullen right now, which is pretty rough. And again, the consumer base is the question I have. Do we have enough people that want to buy it? All right, SPY pulling back, Dixie moving up a little bit. All right, guys, we are going to get ready to trade futures. Right now, we are getting ready to trade futures on Top Step. And again, Top Step is a trading funded account program in futures. There's no PDT rule in futures. So if you look at this, again, just to show you the futures market real quick, here's the E-mini, and then here's the SPY. You'll notice it's the same exact price action. And you can trade the middle one in futures, no PDT rule futures. Short, you can short the market in futures, you can long the market, and it's essentially the S&P 500. And that's what most stocks follow is the S&P 500. It's also what is influenced by these economic releases. And Top Step is the most legit funded account program for futures in the world. They pay out millions of dollars, fund thousands of traders a year in futures with no PDT. And so what they do is they give you a demo. And if you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and conditions, and they fund you after you pass their testing, right? So they're going to test you to see how good of a trader you are. And if you can pass their testing, they legitimately fund you. And it's the most legit funded program in the world. But yeah, if you can pass their testing, they legitimately fund you. I remember we did roll over, so we're trading a new contract. But yeah, this is essentially the S&P 500 is what we're trading here. It's essentially the S&P 500. And again, if you want to check out Top Step, you can look at the link in the description. I'll also pin it to the top of the chat if you want to check it out. Yeah, there's the link for Top Step. I'm going to pin it to the top of the page if you guys want to check it. Looking at our polling here, we got about 1,800 votes. 62% think 50 basis points. 24% think 75. There's only so much Tesla stock Elon will sell. Yeah, I mean, the problem with other up-and-coming EV brands is, how much, are they going to influence the market? Are they going to get people interested? Are people actually going to want to buy them? I'm not buying, okay, you ask people, hey, are you going to buy an EV? Or if you ask people, okay, if you had to buy an EV, you wouldn't buy these up-and-coming brands. You wouldn't buy, most people are going to buy a Tesla or Neo, or maybe like a Polestar or something like that. Maybe like a Lucid. Maybe even those I think are going to struggle. But when you get to the really obscure ones like Mullen, there's a few other ones like Canoe, those are even less likely to succeed, and they might, but it's just very unlikely. All right, so ARK Invest is down 64% year to date, 64%. All right, so market's popping up a little bit. The dollar index here, guys. So we are watching the Dixie as well here. Dixie's pushing up some. That's probably going to cause the market to fall. We'll see if though. Yeah, maybe, bro. Like I said, they might succeed. It's just going to be a tough run. How about Rivian? Maybe. Like I said, maybe. Yeah, I don't have any faith in any of these EV brands. There's too much risk, man. There's too much risk. Apple up there. All right, micro E-midi. Again, we're moving up. We're gonna try to day trade. GOEV, yeah. I mean, good luck, man. Again, I'm just skeptical, you know. Here, but I'm biased though. Like when I look for positions, I'm looking for like guaranteed successful companies. So if I buy anything long term, it's gonna be like if I buy anything long term, it's gonna be like I'm gonna buy like Tesla or Neo or not. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm thinking. I'm gonna buy Apple or Disney or Amazon or Google or Microsoft. You know, I'm not gonna buy a mid cap long term or even a penny stock. I'm just never gonna do that. Like I'm never gonna buy a penny stock and hold that for a year. It's just not something that I'm willing to ever do. I think the risk is just too profound. I just think there's too much of a risk there holding penny stocks long term. I think a large majority of them will fail. And trying to pick out the ones that are going to succeed in a world of terrible companies is just a needle in a haystack type of thing that it's just not going to be profitable. And the other part of that is that there's so much sensationalized marketing out there. Like there's so many people saying, "Hey, buy this. Hey, buy that. Oh, this is the greatest company ever. Oh, this is going to go to 1,000x." You know, and it's just like, no, it's not. Like they said that about CEI. Look at CEI yearly chart, daily chart. I mean, look at CEI over the last year. CEI is just terrible. You know, a large majority of penny stocks, the daily chart looks like this too, including Mullen. Yeah, you can day trade penny stocks. I'm not against day trading them, but even that's most of the time, you know, a losing endeavor. Yeah, GSAT, man. GSAT, honestly, the daily chart on GSAT's not that bad. So GSAT, Global Star, the daily chart's actually positive. It's actually green on the last year. GSAT is actually outperforming the S&P right now over the last year. So I mean, I can't really knock GSAT, but again, that's one out of like 20 that I've seen over the last year that have not done the same thing. All right, guys, market's starting to run up here. S&P 500 popping up. We got about 17 minutes until the market opens. Yeah, Jeffrey, it should be available, bro. Reach out to them. Again, I'm definitely biased in their favor. They're a sponsor of mine. Definitely biased in their favor, but pretty interesting. All right, so Sam Bankman-Fried apparently is facing 8 charges, which could add up to 165 years in prison. All right, guys, micro E-mini pump it up, SPY pump it up. All right, guys. So we're popping up a little bit. We're at over 4K for the S&P 500. We'll see if we actually hold. But SPY is moving up, testing the previous closing price ahead of the opening bell. We got about 15 minutes until the market opens, and the SPY is approaching it right now. So the previous closing price on the SPY right now is right around here. We just popped over it for a split second. We are right around, it's right around here. That is the previous close. So we'll go ahead and make that light blue so we can know what it is. And we'll also make it a little bit larger here. But yeah, that is the previous closing price, red to green area, basically. All right, guys, so we're slightly green on the day, kind of consolidating, testing the green now. The Dixie's starting to pull back, but the market's trying to go green on the day here. Look at that move here. So, again, we're trying to go green. Now we're pulling back some. All right, rejecting right at the previous closing price. So we're pretty neutral ahead of the day. Just remember, we might get a sideways day into this because the market will be a little bit slow. All right, so Dixie started to pop back up a little bit. Gotcha. All right, guys, we got 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Yeah, I don't really know anything about GSAT. I really have no idea about GSAT. I'll be right back, guys. I got to run to the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. Yeah, we'll see. Again, we're consolidating right at the neutral level. So the S&P 500 is completely neutral right now. It's basically completely neutral right now. Again, we'll see if we actually make a pump up from this, but it's basically flat right now. It's basically neutral. We'll see if we pop up. I mean, we could. Rejecting right at that level here. So you see the previous closing price rejection. Again, we'll see if we hold. I mean, the Dixie is starting to trend down over the last 5 or 10 minutes. What's going on if it's 50 basis points? I have no idea, man. I think if it's 50, we'll probably, I don't know. Nobody really knows. We could go up, we could go down on 50. 50 is neutral. It's what's expected at this point in time. So, with that, we don't really know the type of reaction. It's a neutral reaction. It's a coin flip, I guess is the best way to put it. We don't really know what we're going to get. But yeah, expectations are for 50 basis points, So again, they think we're going to go from, and again, it goes by percentage here. So when you read the Fed report, if it says 4.5, that's 50 basis points because last time it was 4%, right? So if we go from 4 to 4.5, that's going to be 50 basis points. If we go from 4 to 4.75, that's going to be 75 basis points. If we go from 4 to 4.25, that's going to be 25 basis points. That's how you read it. So 4.5 is 50, 4.25 is 25, 4.75 is 75. That's how you read this. Yeah, I don't know if 50 is priced in or not. I know to a certain point we're priced in at least a little bit. Now, how much we react and we'll have to wait. Nobody knows how much we're going to react here, but we'll see. Calm before the storm. John, will traders send it down to a price advantage? No idea, brother. No idea, man. Also, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Listen, everything we do here is free. We don't charge a penny. We don't sell a course. We don't, have any paywalls behind any of our content. I don't even claim to be a good trader. We're just a resource and community for traders. Like, that's all we are. We're just a resource and community where we get together, we help each other, we learn. That's all we do here. We're not selling courses or services or anything like that. We're just kind of, we have sponsors. So we have commercials about once every hour, every 30 minutes to an hour, really. On average, but everything, we don't have any paywalls behind content. All of our content is free. Now, if you become a member, we do have these coveted, some say majestic emojis here, so we do have some, some would call them majestic, I don't know if that's the word I would use, but some would say majestic. I would say, top 3 most majestic emojis in the world right now. But if you want to help support us, the easiest way is just to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, if you will. Yeah, we have coffee and chat about our guesses. That's right. Yeah, and again, the reality of it is we're going to see the rate hike is important, but the actual press conference with Jerome Powell is going to be, some would say, more important. Bro, who keeps opening this, bro? My son. I guess I'm just gonna leave that just to not mess with it. My son keeps opening the cord 0 on my computer. Need a humble emoji, most humble, But yeah, the press conference will be just as influential, in my opinion, over price action as the actual rate hike decision. People are going to be analyzing Jerome Powell's tone a ton to see what he says, and we'll see. Dude, I'm watching these. I'm watching some of this. All right, market's pulling back a little bit. We're now under the VWAP, under the previous closing price. Dixie started to move up a little bit. All right, guys, Disney at 94.50s. Still dipping down a little bit here, guys. We got 5 minutes into the opening bell. 5 minutes. SPY at 401.50s. So Tim Sykes and Zach Morris are going at it. Bro, it's not that I'm siding with Tim Sykes. They're not Tim Sykes. It's not that I'm siding with Zach Morris. But, like, Tim Sykes, bro, calling other people scammers, dude. Like, come on now, bro. Like it's kind of like like I don't even know how else to explain, like, describe this. Like, Tim Sykes calling other people scammers is just like, I don't even know what else to say about it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not even gonna go there, bro. I'm not even gonna go there. Micro eBitty started to pop up. Yeah, we'll stream it right here, Ramon. And I'll tell you the problem with some of these gurus out here, right? Like, here's the problem, all right? Y'all want to know the real problem with penny stock gurus is this, okay? A lot of these guys made money, like a lot of these penny stock gurus, right? They made money when newsletters were a big thing, right? So they'd wait for newsletters to come out that would pump a company up, and they would buy, and they'd wait for the newsletter to come out, and they would buy it up and then sell it really quickly and ride the pump, right? In OTC market penny stocks, right? And a lot of these penny stock gurus made a ton of money doing that. The problem is, at this point in time, that's not profitable anymore. They've basically made that not profitable anymore. And so a lot of the guys teaching penny stock courses and selling penny stock courses are not actually making money. These guys aren't really making money in penny stocks anymore. And the way they did make their money back in the day is no longer useful, you know? And so it's like the stock market is completely different now than it was in 2005. You might have made tons of money in 05, but the market is completely different right now. Completely different. The algorithms, the technicals, everything is completely different right now. And so selling a course based off of the credibility that you had in 2005 from basically newsletter pumps is not real. It's not real. Like, you know, so a lot of them are just not really making money, and they're just taking advantage of the naive traders out there. You know, they're just taking advantage of naive new traders that desperately want to make money, and they're just kind of ripping them off, right? That's essentially what's going on right now. SPY dumping down here. SPY at 401.30s. Yes, the Fed rate hike will be announced exactly at 2 p.m. Yeah, we'll see if he's hawkish, Larry. I don't know, brother. We'll see, man. You know. And the crazy part about all of it is, like, you got people that have spent thousands of dollars on these gurus, right? So confirmation bias is just rampant. Confirmation bias. Like, listen, if I spend 5K on a course, bro, that's the best course ever. I don't care what it says. It might say buy the dip in that course, and that's it. Best course ever. Best course I ever taken, you know. It's kind of like if I spend $3,000 on a toothpick, best toothpick I ever had in my life, bro. You know, best toothpick ever. You know, some say the greatest toothpick. You know, same thing. Doesn't mean it was justified. Doesn't mean it was worth it, really, objectively. SPY bouncing back up, testing the VWAP, testing the previous closing price. All right, guys, here's the opening bell. All right, there's the opening bell. Let's see what the SPY does. Market's trying to pump up. The perfect toothpick. Business ideas coming out. SPY ripped up. SPY is now technically green on the day. Technically green on the day. We're at 402.05s, 402s on the SPY. So SPY moving up. Dixie moving down a little bit. Disney dropped down a little bit. Apple pumping up some. It's at 145s. Trying to go green on the day for the market, but you can see we got rejected at that previous closing price level. SPY up to 402s, green on the day, ramp it up, hitting the volume weighted average price on the E-mini right now, the volume weighted average price. All right, still pumping up, still going green on the day over the previous closing price. Market is popping up at 402.30s on the SPY. E-mini over 4,055s over the previous closing price. We might buy this dip right here real quick. It's not really a trade I normally take, but I think the move up, it will make it a little bit more justified. We got two contracts. I think the move up was so profound, it's unlikely that we reverse all the way back down, but I guess it's still possible. We'll see if we hold. About break even right now. All right, start to pump. Consolidating back down. Yeah, we're going to have to cut this pretty fast. Still consolidating, trying to get back up there. There we go, pump it right back up. Rejecting, completely break even right now. All right, we got out a half right there. I just made about 20 bucks just now at the opening bell. Not really a trade I normally take, but again, the big move up was so big. Like this big green move up makes a lot of sense because it's unlikely that we're going to retrace all the way back down and break lows. It's possible. I mean, we still could, but it's less likely once we have such a big, profound move up at the opening bell, if that makes sense. The dollar index is kind of moving up with us, but now it's dipping down some. SPY just broke highs of the day here. Okay, we're going to get this out of the way if we can. There we go. Stick that right there somewhere. I got a little bit of green. Market is flying up right now, though, guys. Almost up to 403s. Yeah, it could be a slow day ahead of FOMC. I mean, it's possible. I don't know what we're going to get, though, but it's possible it is. You know, we'll have to wait and see. All right, finally getting a little dip now. Again, I could buy this dip. We got some bull signs here, but we're going to wait now. Looks good, though. Looks strong. Looks like we're going to break highs again and keep up, but maybe not. Yeah, what's Bitcoin at now? All right, we're finally dipping down a little bit. Again, I'm kind of tempted to buy this. All right, yeah, there we go. We broke highs. Like I said, I thought it looked like we might. A little bit too risky for me to do so, but we were right about it. Yeah, I'm going to probably sell Build-A-Bear. I'm just going to cut this. I'm just going to mark it out of this. All right, we're out of our Build-A-Bear put option. It was just not worth it, man. Carvana ripping up some, so Carvana looks good. We're starting to pull back a little bit more. Big, strong action at the opening bell. The dollar index is breaking highs, though, so there's kind of a positive correlation to a certain extent with the Dixie and the market, which is strange. So the Dixie is moving up, and the SPY is moving up with it, which is, again, kind of strange. SPY ripped up, though. Disney popped up, too, up to 95s now. Yeah, no need to post it again. SPAC. All right, guys, so we're pulling back a little bit more now. Yeah, SPAC, no need to post it again, brother. Delete that if you can. I just don't want to post it too much. Like, I don't want to post too many links. So please delete that if you can, sir. Unless somebody asks for it. If somebody asks for it, that's fine. But if nobody asks for it, you know. And I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it, SPAC. He's just trying to be helpful. I want to balance it, though. That's the only thing, brother. You know, I just want to balance it a little bit. All right, pull it back a little bit now. We might buy this dip. We got a little upwick. Let's see if we start testing highs again. So we bought one contract here. All right, we're starting to move up. Again, I might add a little bit to this because we do have a down wick indicating some buying pressure, hopefully. So we got two contracts now. And we're pulling back a little bit. All right, so we're right around that low. I mean, we're about break even here. But SPY turning. We'll give it some time. All right, so trying to balance. I might add a little bit to this now. I like this downwick. There we go. So we got three contracts here. Almost break even in this. Let's see if we get a pop up towards highs. There we go. There we go. All right, we just cut it. We got one contract left. We're gonna go ahead and cut it. So we just made about 35 bucks just now, give or take. We're up about 50 on the day. Everything's pumping up though, man. Wow. All right, guys, so we're breaking highs right now. Market's pumping up here. Look at this, up to 4,060s. And so, again, we made a few green trades. We haven't had any losing trades yet so far today. But we still got time. You can trade commodities. Forex, you can trade index futures. All right, we're ripping up big. A little bit too extended on the upside for me personally here, but we're ripping up. It looks like people are optimistic ahead of the Fed decision here. All right, pull it back a little bit. We're at 403s. I could buy this dip, but again, we're a little bit too extended up here, so I'm just going to wait. Dixie's still falling down fast, though, so we're going to take one more contract. The only reason we're buying this now is because the dollar index just fell pretty drastically. So if we get like a quick pop-up on the SPY, great. We'll have one contract. We can capitalize on it. And if not, that's okay, too. We can just cut it for a small loss. And, yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut that. So a little 750 loss, first loss of the day. Again, the dollar index is still dragging down, though. Yeah, 90% split. I mean, yeah, they're going to make money off of fees. They're a business, you know, and they're going to have to compensate for the traders that lose money, too. And so, yeah, they're making money from it. I mean, that's an understandable thing. I can't really knock them for that. All right, we're going to take two contracts here real quick. We got a nice little down wick. All right, about break even. Let's see if we get a pop back up towards highs. I got it. Cut half of it here, locked in some profit. Cut the other half here, made a little bit on the pop. Nice little green day in futures so far. All right, so we got a nice little upward trend, but we cut the last little trade, and it looks like it was the right move because now we're pulling back some here. I do like this move, though. It looks strong. We got a down wick position there. Yeah, and I think Top Step, it's just a good middle ground for traders, man. It's a good middle ground for traders that don't want to risk like full thousands of dollars, but also want to have some pressure and potentially make money. And so if you're good, you can make money and get funded. If you're not good, you're not losing that much. And I think it's a perfect middle ground. And if you want to check it out, link is in the description. But yeah, I think it's a good middle ground. All right, big pullback here, big pullback. The Dixie's bouncing up a little bit with it as well. Right, 100%, Chris. 150 is a lot more reasonable. If you screw up, you don't know thousands. You pay $100 to reset. Exactly. And it's a good middle ground. You got some pressure, so it teaches you to be a better trader. Is the big thing that a lot of people miss about it. People are mad they lose, but like most traders lose, you know. And so a lot of people say, oh, you know, when it's just like most traders are going to lose because most traders aren't profitable, regardless of whether you're in a funded account program or not. All right, SPY's still dipping down here. We might start buying up this dip too. One contract here. Maybe add a little bit more if we keep falling. All right, 2 contracts now. See if we pop up. Just unloaded a little bit, locked in some profit. See if we can catch another pop back up to the top of the range. All right, so we just made another, few bucks. Slowly pop it up there, up about $75 on the day here. Trying to push towards 100. Not bad for about 11 minutes of trading. Yeah, we're just gonna ban you. You're just starting stuff. If it's your first time I'm seeing you in the stream and you're calling somebody else noobs because they don't trade like you, you're probably new. So good GG to you, sir. Have a good day. Everybody get their Willy Wonkas in chat. Oh, not Willy Wonkas. What is it? We got a good day, sirs. All right, we might buy this little pullback too, but we'll wait. Let's see if we get a little bit better. I mean, we've made money on how many times have we traded? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had one loss out of about 5 or 6 trades so far. Yeah, regardless of whether we're noobs or not, though, regardless of whether anybody here is noobs. I mean, I'm not. I've been trading for 5 years, and we actually make money in trading. So like we actually, made money last year, capital gains. And so, but regardless of whether you're noobs or not, like it's just be respectful. Usually the people out here calling everybody else noobs are losing traders. Like I'll put it this way: usually the people that are the most critical of other traders are losing traders. Yeah, Robert RG3. Yeah, I saw something he said. I didn't know what he said though. I didn't really look too much into what RG3 said. I probably do 30 to 40 trades a day. I'm a scalper, Yeah, William. Should be a fun day. Yeah, hey. Top 3. All right, you didn't know, bro? We're all millionaires here. Everybody. SPY, pull it back here. I would buy this dip. We got a little flag-like pattern. 50 or 75? My guess is 50. I don't think we're going to do 75. We could, though. But I really don't know, All right, pull it back here. It looks like a bounce. It looks like we're going to get a bounce up to the top of the range up here is what it looks like we're about to do, but maybe not. Yeah, we trade live every day. Every weekday morning we trade. Can Snap go back to 12? It could. Will it is a different story. The purple line right here is the VWAP. The blue line is the previous closing price, so it's like the red to green level. Dixie breaking lows all the way down to 103.80s. Dollar index just broke the lows of market hours, or no, not quite the lows of market hours, but it's getting close. You think 50 would make a pump and dump? I don't know what 50 will do. I think 50 is a little bit less known. It's neutral. We can only speculate on that. Nobody really knows. Hey, thank you, William. I appreciate you, brother. He said one thing that drew me to this group and channel was the energy. You don't get this often. I definitely appreciate what you do. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, you can thank my ADHD for that. All right, guys. So again, we're starting to pop up a little bit. Hey, what's up, Emmanuel? Hey, thank you, man. All right, guys, we're starting to run back up again to the top of that range. I don't know if we're going to keep going all the way back up, but we'll see. But yeah, welcome back, Emmanuel. Thank you, man. All right, so again, we're going to let things consolidate here. We bought a lot of dips, and they've worked really nicely. But, you know, after a certain point, continuing to attack them is not going to work super well. So we just have to wait. All right. You think you're smart until you have to spell publicly. I mean, you don't know, you know. All right, so we're pulling back a little bit. I like this dip. So we'll take 2 contracts, see if we pop up and get into the profit fast enough to lock in some stuff. Almost up there. See if we bounce here. All right, about break even. Yeah, I'm going to cut this. Too much risk. So small little loss there. We'll wait for another little setup or moment. All right, big dip to the volume weighted average price. We're going to wait and let the trend play out first. You going to trade it too? I mean, I'm not going to trade it too. I'll probably wait and let the market settle down a little bit. This is the S&P 500 in the futures market, the futures contract of the S&P 500. We bought 2 more contracts here. See if we pop back up, but if we don't hold here, we're gonna have to cut it fast too. We're starting to try to make a move up. There we go. I locked in a little bit of profit there, but it didn't bad fill. That sucks. It's all right. All right, so we just made our money back that we lost in the last trade. So again, we'll buy another pullback for sure. We just need to wait for it. Nah, so we missed out on this a little bit. I'm buying 2 contracts of the micro E mini. Is what I'm buying. So we're testing the top of the range up here, like we talked about. Kind of like my trading strategy mostly evolves around range trading. So you can see the range right here. So what we do is we buy it towards the bottom. A lot of the time we'll wait for like a big confirmation bounce, and then we'll attack the range. We just broke the top of this range here. You can see it. Yeah, that's right, Eric. All right, so again, we tested the top of the range, but it's a little bit too extended up here. A lot of the time we reject. So we'll need a larger pullback before we take anything. All right, so the SEC charged 8 social media influencers and $100 million stock manipulation scheme promoted on Discord and Twitter. Yeah, man. So a lot of people are getting charged. Super glad I run my channel like I do, man, with all this stuff going on. I mean, listen, there's a reason. You got to think about long term. Like, I'm not trying to get sued by the SEC. Like I said, there's just too much manipulation, man. Like, a lot of your penny stock gurus, what they do is like they front load, right? So they'll take huge positions and then they'll say, hey, everybody, hey, 5,000 people, I'm buying ABC penny stock. And so all of their mindless followers are like, oh my gosh, buy, to the moon, to the moon. And then what happens when it's low float and you announce that? What happens? The stock flies up. Right? And then what do your gurus do? They sell right into that strength, but they don't tell you. And they tell you maybe 30 minutes later after they've exited their full position, after they've liquidated. That's when they're like, hey, everybody, I just sold my position, right? And so they get out, they use the following they have to pump up stocks. In hindsight, I'm just very happy I ran my channel like I did. I don't pump anything. I don't really target low floaters. We give everything away for free. We don't sell a course. We don't act like an expert. We call ourselves beginner trading, and in hindsight, I'm very glad we operate my channel like I did. Penny stocks just don't make sense, man. I mean, the edge is so small. All right, we got out here on another little piece. Go ahead and cut that. The edge is so small in penny stocks that there's just no point in it. But yeah, we've made money. We've only had, let's see, 1 trade, 2 losing trades out of about, let's see how many we had. We got 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades, 4 trades, 5 trades, 6 trades, 7 trades, 8 trades. So we have made money on 6 out of 8, 75%. Yeah, I'm never going to charge money for a course. I backed myself into a hole. I'm never going to sell a course or charge money for a course. It's just not something. It's something I truly believe in. There's enough paid courses already. I don't need to do that. That's a lot of them. It's not just one. There's hundreds of traders like this. I'm talking about everybody. I'm not there, and I'm talking about nobody and everybody. I don't mention names. I don't know. I'm just glad I'm not talking about anybody. You know, it's not just one person. You know, but you'll be able to tell. Like, look at the people who only target low floats, who front load into positions. You know, who, like I said, you can look at who front loads. All right, guys. So we're getting a little pullback now. We're up about $100 on the day, a little bit less. Let's see if we get some good momentum to attack here. I need a larger pullback for me to make money here, though. We need a larger pullback. All right, so we're pulling back a little bit. We're too extended on the upside for me to really buy anything yet, though. I mean, we're just too extended. I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to take anything else yet. Ryan Cohen. Yeah, I mean, Ryan Cohen's a little bit different, though, man. So, like, Ryan Cohen, it's just a little bit different for him, man. Like, he people wanted a short squeeze. Like, he sparked a short squeeze. That's a little bit different. You know, he understood the conditions we needed for a squeeze and got one. That's a little bit different than pumping up low floaters and then just, you know. All right, SPY just broke highs again here, man. Look at this market activity, and so you can see we break over the top of that range, we pull back, we hold, and we keep going. Again, though, we're still a little bit too extended for my taste here, though. We're a little bit too extended. Hey, what's up, Michael? Yeah, I mean, we're probably just extended on the downside. Dixie just popped up short term, though. So we did bounce up short term on the Dixie. I kind of want to short this because of the Dixie strength, but I'm just going to wait. But I kind of want to short this. I guess I'm just going to wait. Dixie moving up. We're going to short. I very rarely take this type of trade, but the Dixie is moving up. So I think we're due a pullback. There we go. There's one. We're going to go ahead and get out of there. We're just going to cut it and just wait. But we were right. So we were doing a little pullback. Kind of capitalizing on it a little bit on looking at the Dixie. Yeah, these are very. I'm a scalper guy, so I'm taking very quick short-term trades. So we're getting in and out fast. The Dixie's moving up though. I could have held it longer too. Yeah, got out just in time. Yeah, I don't really take shorts like that. I just noticed the Dixie pushing up as much as it has, and so I think it looks like we want to pull back, but again, I'm cutting it. I've already gotten out. All right, so SPY pump it up, man. Again, we're too extended for me to buy it though. Here, that's the only problem is that we're up a little bit too much for me to really feel comfortable buying it. Enough of the leak. Enough of the leaks, man. The leaks are never right. Yeah, the leaks are never right, man. All right, so Sam Bankman-Fried's bail has been denied. He has been remanded to Bahamas prison until February 8th. The Bahamas prison is one of the top 5 worst prisons in the world. Wow. Consolidating mostly over the last couple minutes. All right, guys. So just waiting for the pullback. Like I said, we're a little bit too extended for me up here, right? So I'm not gonna take this anything yet. We gotta just wait. We get like some confirmation movement. Maybe if we pull back to the bottom of that range, maybe we'll take some positions there. But like I gotta wait for the pullback to be a little bit larger. Once we get a bigger pullback, we'll take that. All right, we'll take this. We'll pull it back close enough to the bottom of that range, and we'll add a little bit more on the dip if we can. Is what we'll plan to do. Two contracts. About break even now. I want to give it time to rip back up to the top of the range here if we can. Like this. Good. Let's see if it goes back. It wants to go. Let's see if it does. There we go. I took some more off. All right, so we just made another 25 bucks. We're now up over 100 on the day. We caught the little dip here. We waited for we patiently waited for the pullback. But yeah, up about 110 on the day. Not bad. Here's my profit graph. All right, we're testing highs up here. Look at this, man. We're up to like 4,000 plus here. Try to be patient. Got a little dip here. I normally buy this little pullback here, but I think I'm just going to wait. We might wait to trade the rest until the Fed rate hike decision is over with. All right, guys. So if you haven't yet subscribed, we got the rate hike decision a little bit later. You can see the timer. We got about 4 hours left. 4 hours. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about McAfee or anything like that. I don't know about him, bro. Disney pumping up to almost $95. All right, guys, Disney's still ripping up big here. So Disney's still looking very strong right now. Yeah, today's trash day. Oh, crap. I did forget something here. Oh, damn. I forgot to... I wonder if they took my trash out. Hold on. Let me actually go check that real quick. Looks like they brought my trash cans in. Okay, that's good. All right. All right, guys. So, yeah, that'll probably be it for the day. We're going to go ahead and probably prep for tomorrow. But, yeah, again, prep for later on today, guys. So, we will be streaming the Fed rate hike decision today. Before we do that, though, y'all check out TopStep. TopStep is the most legit funded account program in the world. We've been trading on TopStep today. If you haven't seen TopStep, again, TopStep is a funded account program. So what they do is they give you a demo. And if you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and conditions, then they fund you between $50,000 up to $150,000 with a 90% split. You can see this is the base one. I'm in the $150K one, but they give you a demo, right? In these combines, they're testing you, and it builds you in to be a better trader. Regardless of whether you get funded or not, it makes you a better trader, in my opinion. They build you in to be a better trader. And so they give you a demo. If you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules and conditions, then they fund you between $50,000 up to $150,000 with a 90% split. The base one's $50K, so they give you a $50K demo. You got to hit $3K in profit on that demo without losing $2K total or $1,000 a day with 5 contracts max. Pretty reasonable ratio. Needing to make $3K without losing over $2K is pretty reasonable as a test for a trader, and there's 2 different phases. But again, once you're funded, there's a 90% split. They pay out millions, fund thousands of traders a year, and there's no PDT restrictions in futures. And so you can day trade and short in futures without PDT restriction. If you want to check out more info, here is the link. Great way to help support the channel. Another sponsor of mine is Chart Prime. Chart Prime is an indicator service which shows you basically, it essentially shows you where momentum is in markets here. Can be incredibly powerful if you use it right. If I pull up TradingView right here, and you can use this on crypto, stocks, Forex, all that stuff, right? So if I pull up the SPY here, it'll show me where momentum is. You know, so again, you can look here and see up. They told you a bunch of bullish engulfing candles are right here. We got a nice bounce over the next few minutes. Possible reversal down. We get a drop. Possible reversal up. Huge bounce. Possible reversal down. Drop. Right? So they were right about almost everything there. And again, the real edge is when you find multiple show up at once, right? So if you look for multiple to show up at once, that's where the real edge is in markets here. So here's a great example. Here's 2 bullish engulfing candles. Afterwards, we get a huge drop. Here's a bullish engulfing candle and a possible reversal up signal. Huge bounce over the next few minutes. Multiple showing up here. We get a nice little drop. And so, again, they're surprisingly accurate, and it automatically documents support or resistance for you as well. It's called Chart Prime. They have a huge sale going on right now. They are a sponsor of my video. And so if you want to check it out, I'll post that link up here as well. Great way to help support the channel. Not a bad little green day here. Solid green day. We will be back later on for the Fed rate hike decision. Y'all be ready. Be careful. The Fed's rate hike decision is later. We will be streaming the entire thing. We're going to stream the entire thing. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. I'll see you guys in a few hours. Y'all be safe. Remember, this can influence markets heavily, guys. So y'all be safe. Love you all. I'll see you guys in a few hours.